I was talking to myself about the mighty swing, but they are just too small. They can't even beat a spider. Luckily, my fingers arrived just in time to save them. Ah, the grass is a bit dirty after falling. If I had known the branch would hurt. What exactly is he, a perverted existence? We are the 9 great saints. A chaos magic that even combined forces can't withstand. Was instantly annihilated by him. Thank you, Senior, for saving me. May I ask which master of the immortal realm you are? We are cultivators who ascended from the lower realm. If you don't mind, Senior, I am willing to join your sect. Please kindly accept me, Senior. This is not just a god-defying enemy. He is our only chance to survive in the immortal realm. The Senior Ascenders around the world book are a cautionary example. Although very beautiful. Please, Senior, take me in. Even if it's just to do menial tasks by your side. That would be enough. I am not a sect master. I am just an ordinary person, suffering from a terminal illness, about to die. I am neither a sect member, nor any kind of master. These were ordinary words. But to the petty people, they sounded like thunder. They became even more terrified. They all knelt down and begged, please Senior, accept us. We are willing to serve you faithfully. Even if it means not becoming your disciple, that's fine. I'm not some great figure or anything. But rest assured, I will do my best to protect you all. As for whom I serve, we'll talk about that later. The other minions quickly nodded in agreement. In their eyes, I am undoubtedly an incredibly powerful being. Serving by my side is an honor for them. Asking the minions to play seems quite interesting. Otherwise, if they get killed by some dumb pig or small animal, it would be a pity. I'm not a big shot, but I'll do my best to protect you all. Little people, hearing their promises, feel like they've finally found their footing in this world, and relax their minds. But they are already exhausted, and they all faint one after another. What's going on? They can't just die like this, right? I reached out to touch them, but I was afraid that I might press them too hard and squash them. So I first rescued the little people, trapped by the spider silk. I let them go check on their unconscious companions. You all go see what's wrong with your companions. Understood? Reporting, sir. They had no answer. They had just exhausted themselves in a battle with the chaotic monsters. Their energy was thin at the moment. That's why they fainted. Simply put, they passed out from hunger, right? You could say that. So Chinfen casually took out half a piece of bread from her pocket. There was nothing else. Just half a piece of bread. You all can make do with a little. Chinfen placed the bread on the ground. But in the eyes of the little people, Chinfen's action was too shocking. Her whole arm like a pillar holding up the sky. The big hand holding the bread came down. It was like a meteor crashing into a corner. This power is terrifying beyond measure. In the mortal realm, even a single strike could destroy an entire nation. Thank you, Immortal, for your gift. We, the living, are deeply grateful. You're welcome. Eat, take your time. After eating, we have regained our strength. Can they fly slowly? How interesting. It's like raising a bunch of little animals, well fed and watered. We've decided to get closer, maybe with more peace and quiet. We can be accepted into the Immortal sect. Thank you, Immortal, for saving our lives. We are willing to swear to follow the Immortal to the death. Don't mind if the bread is half a pound short. By the way, living here is quite dangerous. You might be attacked by snakes, rats, or ants. Maybe I should find you a better environment. All depends on the safety arrangements of our ancestors. After Foam carries them in his hands, he walks toward the house. But as soon as they were taken 3 meters away from the small tree, the little people's bodies began to wither rapidly. Their vitality quickly drained away. The Immortal has gone mad. What is going on? Let's put them back first. It seems you can't leave the range of this tree and join the Qingfeng sect, which makes the little people regretful. But we can only accept our fate. Who told them to be weak and dependent on this world tree? This tree seems to be extraordinary. Is our world experiencing a revival of spiritual energy? Qingfeng posted his doubts on the forum. He raised his questions in the Tieba. Soon, he received a series of replies. Have you noticed any flying little people around your home? You mean the kind of cultivation world where people fly and teleport? Sword immortals, demons, fairies, that sort of thing. Are there any female cultivators among those you mentioned? If there are female cultivators, could you have her check my constitution? Yeah, see if the female immortal expert has the same body structure as ours. All just unreliable answers. Not a bit of help. If this earth didn't have spiritual energy revival, then those little people in the vegetable garden would only exist here with me, right? The next day, I returned to the vegetable garden. I didn't expect that just one night later, the little people had already built tofu by themselves. That's really impressive. They are just cultivating. If only I could also cultivate the power of immortals. Then perhaps my terminal illness could be cured. Immortal, you have arrived. Well, I just wanted to ask. Can you teach me the cultivation method you practice? Senior Immortal, is it inconvenient for us to practice our cultivation method? No, it's just that you, Immortal, are so powerful. Are you stupid? Immortals study knowledge. Want to take a look? No. Actually, I want to practice your cultivation method. It's like this. There is no cultivation method in this world, and I find your way of cultivation quite interesting. So I want to give it a try like this. We don't know what kind of physique an immortal has. Our cultivation methods have different approaches for each type of physique. So it would be better to hand over the cultivation methods to you. Let the senior decide for themselves. The crew can start following the instructions of the little ones. Lower your heads to catch the wind. The Kunlun fairy first imparted his Kunlun sword technique. A small point of light entered the disciple's eyes. Instantly, that small point of light transformed into a stream of cultivation knowledge. It entered the disciple's mind. He believed there was some misunderstanding, but it seemed very vague. How come the immortal felt nothing at all? It seems I was overthinking it. These little people's techniques. How could this possibly be suitable for someone like me, who is about to die from illness? Do your best and leave the rest to fate. You don't need to blame yourselves for not being able to help me. It seems the senior is quite a good person. Alright, that's settled then. You all take your time cultivating. I'll go handle some matters first. Wait, senior, there might be a cultivation method that suits you. The Kunlun fairy's method has its flaws. It still has defects, but the immortal can give it a try. Perhaps the immortal has a special constitution, because the internal method is the culmination of the lifelong efforts of our 9 saints. If the immortal is willing, they can give it a try. Anyway, I won't live much longer. Now's the time to take a chance. Maybe there's still a chance for a turnaround. Then pass me your cultivation method. People from Xi'an, please sit properly. Shape without carving. Those born knowing the heavens. The extraordinary meridians follow the way, flowing like mighty waves. Unlike the previous numbness, this cultivation method entering my mind feels like a sudden enlightenment. This cultivation method is very unique. It feels as if it's come alive. It resonates deeply with me, actively providing me with service, adjusting my breathing components according to the method's operation. I felt a warm surge of energy in my lower abdomen. It flowed through my body according to my will. First, it circled around inside my belly, then traveled to my limbs and back. After a full cycle, the warmth returned to my dantian. It felt as good as having a deluxe 288 massage. This technique really works. It's effective. I can also cultivate. It's good that I can cultivate. This shows our value. In the future, our relationship won't be just Qingfeng powering love alone. This is very beneficial for our survival. I didn't expect it to be already dark. I've only circulated one cycle of the universe. It actually took a whole day. No wonder they say that in the immortal cave, time stands still. 1,000 years pass in the world, and I can clearly feel my body improving. Strength, lung capacity, and blood circulation have all increased slightly. Even the after effects of the supervision syndrome have surprisingly diminished a bit. If I keep cultivating like this, my cancer might just be completely cured. The speed at which my predecessors entered the path is already quite good. Ordinary people would need more time. What level have I reached in my cultivation now? Have I broken through to the first level of weapon refining? Look at their attitude. I'm definitely not breaking through to the chi refining stage. Even immortals shouldn't be discouraged. There are too few cultivatable materials in this world. Or perhaps the world's rules are different from the lower realm. It's normal for cultivation speed to be slow. As long as the immortals, the seniors think that becoming stronger is enough. The rest really isn't worth worrying about. Cultivation is a long-term endeavor. It requires time to develop. It's already good if it can improve your health. At least it offers a way to cure terminal illnesses. After everything that has happened these days, I've come to realize one truth. Compared to matters of life and death, everything in the world is a small matter. Whether it's breaking up and losing someone or losing a job, you can find someone else after a breakup. You can find another job if you lose one. You can make new friends if you lose some. But life, once it's gone, it's gone. Suddenly, my stomach started growling in bed. I'm going to get something to eat. Wait for me, everyone. After saying that, Chen Fan dashed into the kitchen. She cooked 3 large bowls of noodles. She fried 10 eggs. She finished cooking an entire handful of noodles. She divided some for the little ones. All of it was eaten by Chen Fan. That's how I only ate 80% full. I finished everything I ate. Only tomorrow can I think of a way. Go to the street to buy some daily necessities. Today marks 2 months since I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. It's the best mood I've been in, or perhaps I can say it's the happiest moment in these years. My heart has truly been happy this time. Being with Su Yi before was mentally exhausting, and my body was also worn out from all the work. Honestly, I wasn't very happy. Maybe breaking up is a good choice for us. It's a good option for both of us. Eat well and drink enough. No longer hesitate in the wind. Just go to sleep peacefully. Looking forward to continuing training tomorrow. But then Chen's kick. Su Yi was so angry she couldn't sleep. This Qingfeng is really entangled and complicated. They said they broke up, but he still wants to bother my parents. He thinks this will make me turn back. But the more he does this, the more I hate him. I will never, ever forgive his actions. Nor will I look back. One day, Qingfen got up at dawn, went to the town to buy some daily necessities, then went home to continue cultivating. He was deeply absorbed in this cultivation that improved his body. Today is a full cycle. He spent a whole hour less than yesterday. As their bodies grow stronger, and the number of cycles increases, the internal energy decreases with each complete cycle. My body is stronger now. After a few more days of cultivation, I should be about the same as an ordinary person. Senior Immortal. Your cultivation speed is truly impressive. You really are a once-in-a-million cultivation genius. That's an exaggeration. I actually know I still have a long way to go. Please, Elder, you're too humble. Actually, the other 9 also think Qingfen's cultivation talent is just too extraordinary. In just 2 days, the pressure on Qingfeng is almost suffocating them. This progress makes them truly believe that Qingfeng is a genius. It's not just blind flattery. By the way, dinner time is here. I bought some meat today. I'll add some extra for everyone later. He went to the kitchen to cook plain white rice. He stir-fried a pan of scrambled eggs with tomatoes, green peppers with meat, and cabbage tofu soup. These are all home-style dishes. He brought them to the vegetable garden and ate with the little people. The little people didn't eat much. Almost all of it went into Qingfen's stomach. The energy is still too low. After looking at it, we need to add more high-protein nourishing foods, like beef. The ID card is dissatisfied with the energy of the food in front of it, but the little ones are all flushed and hot all over. Oh, this food has too much energy. I feel like I can't hold on much longer. These foods are more nourishing than before. Are you all okay? It's just a plate of scrambled eggs with tomatoes, and a simple plate of shredded pork with green peppers, and yet they're about to burst. It's not that exaggerated, right? Hey, Senior Immortal, don't worry. We just got carried away and ate too much. It'll be fine once it's digested. This is a stroke of luck. If we can digest it, our strength will also become stronger. No wonder it's the immortal realm. Anything they take out is a great tonic. It can quickly restore one's energy and increase cultivation. Eating too much might cause bloating. Senior Immortals usually eat these kinds of things. No wonder their physical condition is so terrifying. Just relying on pure physical strength, they can crush everything. Immortal. The immortal realm really has many things we don't understand. What kind of world is this world, after all? I just can't understand. What kind of beings can survive in a world like this? 9 little figures struggle to stand up. They sit cross-legged on the ground, digesting and processing the food they've eaten. Until 10 minutes later, the little figures finally digest the power within their bodies. The nameless sword immortal awakens before him. How do you feel? Pretty good, right? A mighty roar exploded in my mind, resounding through the heavens. Thank you for your concern, new elder. I'm fine. Not only did I digest the power within me, but my cultivation level has also improved somewhat. At the lower realm, our cultivation has plateaued. I didn't expect that coming to the immortal sword would truly loosen things up. Thank you, Senior, for the celestial mist. I am deeply grateful. It's just home-cooked food. Yet these little people treat it like a miracle cure. Their aspirations are a bit low. The little deities are gradually awakening. They feel the power within them is growing. They will swim with great surprise. They are all becoming stronger. Even the wind can feel it. The aura on these little people. Actually, I can't perceive it, but the light on the little people has brightened a bit. So they must have gotten stronger, right? But why do I feel like I could still crush them with a single finger? There's no need for the little people to wake up. The guardians exchanged a few words. The little ones are definitely grateful for the contribution, but the contribution itself isn't on their minds. They focus on doing their own thing. He originally wanted to continue cultivating. After some thought, running for a whole week might mean late nights. Skipping rest isn't an option, so he gave up on the idea, feeling bored and restless again. So he simply took a hoe and started loosening the soil and digging in the yard. Coincidentally, his strength had increased significantly. Before practicing cultivation, even cutting grass would tire me out. Now digging with a pickaxe feels surprisingly easy. I wonder if the incurable disease I have has also been somehow cured. When I have time someday, I definitely need to go to the hospital for a checkup. Then, taking a deep breath, I forget about the land around the house. Others are practicing their cultivation, fighting humans and demons, fighting heaven, earth, and fate. What I'm competing for is the great thief. What I've ended up with is a narrow bridge. All kinds of brutal battles. And here I am cultivating immortality, only to end up digging in the ground. If this gets out, I'll be laughed at by my peers. Fortunately, no one in this world has cultivated immortality. Only I am here. In the following days, he continued to practice, clearing weeds and tending the flower beds. Besides, around the house, there are many barren lands nearby. Every day feels fulfilling. Occasionally, my uncle's family came to visit. None of them stayed long. No one came in the future. No news on the phone either. The wind is getting stronger. But what frustrates him is that he still hasn't broken through to chi condensation. Forget it, let nature take its course. However, as the cultivation continues, my appetite is getting bigger and bigger. It's time to go out and buy some more food. Seeds and rice, vegetables, meat, and dairy products. Make a good shopping list with the wind, or things that need to be bought. There's quite a lot. One person can't carry it all back. You went to ask Uncle to pick up the car. Monk Qingdan walked with the wind towards Uncle's house. Hey. Today, a notice arrived from the city hospital. It said Xiaofeng is ill. It's cancer. Not much time left. No wonder he wanted to return to the countryside. So it wasn't entirely because of breaking up with Aunt Sue. I wonder if Aunt Sue's family knows about this. Let them know or not. Xiaofeng is our child. No one else needs to interfere. After you finish unloading, hurry to see Xiaofeng. He must be feeling very unwell right now. This child is truly pitiful. He's seriously ill and has no one to keep him company. Hey, let's go see Xiaofeng later. He's had a tough life, lost his parents at such a young age. Now he's on his own again. Chen Feng. He has no idea about what Uncle and Aunt are discussing. They're heading to Uncle's house. He doesn't think his life is hard, and he's been very happy during this time. Free from the constraints of work. Truly finding myself and relaxing. Ah, help, help. Come quickly and help. Who can help me? Chuanfen was startled, quickly ran into the yard, and found Uncle is being pinned down by an overturned, three-wheeled cart fully loaded with corn stalks. The whole person is buried inside. Only a bit of the head is visible outside. His wife, anxious, didn't think twice. Seeing Xiao Feng without money. It's you. You quickly go find someone to help. You're alone. The aunt hadn't finished speaking yet, when Chen Feng suddenly squatted down, grabbing the underside of the overturned tricycle with both hands. The tricycle actually lifted off the ground, and was pushed by Chen Feng to roll over to the other side. Uncle, are you okay? Little Xiaofeng, aren't you sick? Is this what being sick looks like? Or how does he have so much strength? With just a pull of his hands, he actually flipped the tricycle over. This tricycle, plus the full load of corn stalks on it, must weigh at least 400 or 500 jin. Chen Feng knocked him over. But the key is in the critical condition notice from the hospital. It didn't say he was seriously ill. His body was extremely weak. As time went on, he even had difficulty walking until he passed away. In Coco's eyes, Chen Feng, you wouldn't think he's even slightly sick. He's as healthy as can be. Just moments ago, the situation was critical. He didn't even have time to worry about the past. That's why he revealed his true strength. Of course, he never intended to hide it in the first place. Honey, are you alright? Huh, it's fine, it's fine. Just a little pressure. Didn't hit anything vital. No need to worry. How about we go to the hospital and get it checked out? It's not expensive to register for a checkup. You're fine, no pain, no itch. Just a bit pinned down and can't move. Our old Qingjia's physical condition is really strong. What are you so worried about? Uncle moved his whole body a bit. You can tell he's really fine. This made Chen Feng breathe a sigh of relief. Xiaofeng, your strength is way too much. Just now, you shyly ran over and bumped into him, and immediately flipped the tricycle over. That tricycle isn't light at all. Where do you get so much strength from? Yeah, Xiaofeng. How do you have so much strength? This tricycle isn't light. It takes 3 or 4 people to lift it. Huh, maybe I was born with super strength. I definitely can't reveal anything about cultivating immortality. At least my mother can't say. Otherwise, my eldest uncle and aunt would think I'm crazy. By the way, uncle, didn't you just say that our old Qing family is strong? It's about physical fitness, right? Isn't it normal for me to be quite capable? You little brat, you deserve a beating. You'd still bet on my words? Uncle, please don't hit me. You never hit me when I was a kid. Now that I'm grown up, if you hit me, I'd really lose face. Ha ha ha. Xiaofeng said seriously. Are you sick? It's still cancer. The hospital said you don't have much time left. That's why you chose to come home. Child, you've suffered too much. Why don't you come stay with us? I know you're strong-willed. But we are your family. Family is never a hassle. Come over here, so we can look out for each other. Yeah, Xiaofeng, don't try to tough it out alone. In everything, we have our big country as family. It always brings me unexpected warmth. Big country, great God, don't worry about us. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not sick at all. Look, I'm perfectly fine. 400 or 500 items flipped just like that. What kind of illness is like this? But the hospital already gave us a critical illness notice. A critical illness notice? Do they even send out critical illness notices? There shouldn't be such a rule, right? Anyway, my uncle's family did find out about my illness. But now my condition is gradually stabilizing. All the cultivation is needed. Cancer is nothing, truly helpless. It should be fine now. Maybe it was a scam or a mistake. Isn't being alive a good thing? If I'm the one who's weak, then there wouldn't be any normal people in the world. Uncle, aunt, you don't need to worry. I'm doing just fine. I just got tired of city life. I just want to return to rural life. Uncle and aunt exchanged glances for a long time before responding. You're definitely not sick. Or are you just worried about us worrying? Afraid we'll get our hands on your money? Don't worry, my money might not be healthy anymore. Besides, if I really were sick, and it caused trouble for you, I definitely wouldn't hold back. That's good, that's good. When we first got the news, we were terrified. We were planning to finish cleaning up the corn stalks and then come see you. It's so good to hear you're okay. Uncle and aunt finally feel relieved. That unscrupulous doctor who scammed us is really despicable. I can't believe he deceived us. Damn it, both of them are complaining. The hospital just confirmed that the ingredients are fine. Both of you seem pretty happy, uncle and auntie. If you have any work, I can help you with it. It's rare to come over once in a while. No need, Xiaofeng, you're still young. No need to do heavy work. Let your uncle do it for you. I'm already 27 or 28. You told me I'm still a kid, but in the eyes of elders, younger generations will never really grow up. Qingfeng insisted on helping, because he's strong. He quickly packed up a cart of corn stalks. Seeing this, his uncle truly believed Qingfeng probably wasn't sick, so there's no need to be polite. It would be a shame not to make use of this strength. The stone mill at home just fell over. I can't lift it by myself. Feel free to give me any heavy work. Qingfeng smiled darkly. Someone actually lifted a grinding stone weighing over 500 pounds. He picked it up. As expected, our Laoqing family genes are strong. Not only are we capable, but even this strength is quite fierce. Before cultivating immortality, don't even mention lifting a tray. Even getting onto the bed was difficult. Looks like I've really been evolving during this time. Then Shengfen saw they weren't worried. She borrowed a car to go to town to buy supplies. After purchasing everything on the shopping list, Shengfen returned the car to her uncle's house. Then she went back home to start her training. Now that she has completed a full cycle, it surprisingly is just a little past 4 p.m. The training has increased by at least double. In the future, a whole day can operate for more than 2 weeks. After the cultivation is complete, Qingfeng just arrived at the vegetable garden, and found the Kunlun Fairy and the nameless sword immortal, preparing to spar. Kunlun Fairy, you and I were the first to break through, so let's spar a bit. Take a look at recent leisure income. How about we just stop here? This Kunlun Fairy is so beautiful, and her figure and proportions are even more stunning. Whether it's internet celebrities with excessive filters on their phones, or stars with all-around perfect photos, none of them are as beautiful as the Kunlun Fairy, but her only flaw is that she's too small. I have wanted to experience the swordsmanship of the nameless sword immortal for a long time. The last time we fought was in the lower realm. Back then, we exchanged a chapter from millions of miles apart. Since then, I have been looking for an opportunity to have a proper match with you. Fairy Kunlun is very formidable. She established great renown for the Kunlun sect in the lower realm not long ago. It's not just about being beautiful. The underworld lord and he are the top females since ancient times. That's offending him. The 10,000 arrows and the nameless sword immortal. One sword transforms into 10,000 swords. Dense white tiny swords emanate from the back of his head, overwhelmingly sweeping towards the Kunlun Fairy. Kunlun Fairy technique. The Kunlun Fairy forms a seal with her hands. A massive sphere of light envelopes her. Various vibrant runes flow across its surface. The Kunlun Fairy's attack has changed a bit compared to when she dealt with the spider last time. It's just that the runes and the increase in power are too minimal. With their current strength, they still can't defeat the ones who chased them last time. Under the support of the small tree, the Kunlun Fairy and the nameless sword immortal are locked in a fierce battle. The sword points at the tide, trying to drown the Kunlun Fairy, but every flying sword that touches the Kunlun Fairy's soul-binding orb is either deflected or directly shattered. Kunlun Fairy. Xiaolong Foam, a bronze-like monster. A rune-light orb bursts forth from the Kunlun Fairy, striking the nameless sword immortal. The Kunlun Fairy indeed gained a great harvest. After speaking, the nameless sword immortal pinched his sword finger, forming a reversed locked hard star. Mystic sword Dao. Opening a firelit palace the size of a fingertip, condensed from his anger. The giant sword and the azure dragon collided violently, with a loud bang. At the same time, Sui Lai, and the nameless sword immortal along with the Kunlun fairy, were both blown away by the force of the explosion. I guessed correctly. You are not of this time. You are the supreme being of ancient times reappearing. If nothing unexpected happens, you are probably the sword saint Li Qingxian among the ancient supreme. The way of the nameless sword immortal, mixed with the aura of the ancient supreme. That was when the Kunlun fairy entered the secret realm in her youth. After a heartbreak, he still remembers, almost falling because of it. The Kunlun fairy truly possesses great wisdom. I knew I couldn't hide it from you. I've suspected for a long time that you're not the one involved. There's no way to control the volcano. Ancient people have speculated about it. Only the Jin clan's immortal constellation can activate it, so it can only be subdued. This seems to involve a huge secret in the cultivation world. But this seems meaningless to the sealed past. How many years of submission? Yet for the sake of ascending to this damn place called Blue Star, for this goal, you really give it your all, huh? When I was in Wei Jingdao, I was ambushed by the Bone Supreme. Almost died from it and filial piety. From then on, I vowed to find the remnant of the Supreme and avenge my hatred. The fairies must have misunderstood. Li Qingxian has always been honest and upright. There is someone else deceiving you. He's not afraid of the Kunlun fairy seeking revenge. He just doesn't want internal strife in the dangerous fairy realm. Right now, unity is the key to survival. Only by sticking together can we endure. Li has never been involved in the conflicts of the Qingkun realm. You know that as well. A saint's word is as weighty as 9 tripods. There's no need to lie. The Kunlun fairy cast her gaze toward the surrounding saints. Could there be remnants of the Bone Supreme among them? He fixed his piercing gaze on the other saints. His brow furrowed tightly, but he didn't say much. Both are supreme saints. They both possess incredibly strong willpower. They wouldn't think of themselves as weaker than others, even if the other is the #1 female saint since ancient times. Looking down on the petty people, he didn't expect that among the petty people, there are actually conflicts between them. Competitors and hunters. Conspiracy guns. For Ascension. To be able to reach the correct time of Ascension, the eternal pit of the Bureau has slaughtered many strong ones. This is way too far away. If it were written as a novel, each of these little characters would be the protagonist of their own story, their experiences. I'm afraid they can't be written out a few million times. Old grievances, let's put them aside for now. But that doesn't mean this work is weak. When the time is right, this work will definitely confront those who have ambushed it and seek an explanation. Though I am a woman. But not everyone can be bullied. The crowd still had no expression. Calm as an ancient well, you are a weak woman. Then there would be no strong women in this world. Let the senior immortal see the results. Originally, some private matters didn't need to be widely publicized. But a conflict is still a conflict. If not resolved, it will always pose a hidden danger. I love that I have no interest in your grudges. I won't get involved in your conflicts either. My primary goal right now is to cultivate, to resolve my own cancer issue. I don't have the leisure to participate in your petty disputes. Those who came before us understand this well. Naturally, they have no time to concern themselves with our private matters. Rest assured, Senior, our private matters will be handled privately. We won't bother you, Senior. Newly promoted Senior. I have a small favor to ask. I wonder if it's appropriate or not. What do you need? Today's cultivation has been successful. Feeling my strength has advanced by leaps and bounds. I want to challenge my Senior, to see what level I have reached in this world. Existence. I wonder if my Senior can kindly teach me a thing or two. Li Qingxian. You're actually going to challenge me. You heard that right, didn't you? You want to challenge me. Well, it's not really a challenge. I just want to test my own strength. I want you, Senior, to give me some guidance in my cultivation. What I said just now was too careless. You can't throw around the word challenge lightly. If the immortal really accepted a challenge, no one would say a word if I got slapped to death. Facing life and death without losing composure, my cultivation has indeed improved. But the gap between me and the immortal is still like heaven and earth. Last night was uneventful as well. I accept your challenge. It's not a challenge. I misspoke. I don't want to die. Senior, please go easy on me. Don't worry, just use your power to the fullest. I also want to see what level your strength has reached after the breakthrough. Don't even mention the word challenge. I'm feeling uneasy. I'm anxious. Next, please let Lin Qingxian use his lifelong cultivation. Qingxian's sword Dao. The despicable ones are densely packed, with flying swords appearing out of thin air, that are actually larger than a basketball. Countless flying swords rushed towards Qingfeng. This move left the saints present in shock. Clearly, after just battling with the Kunlun fairy, Li Qingxuan still stayed behind. He did not use his power. He's actually so powerful. The #1 sword saint of ancient times. Well-deserved reputation. But when that 10,000 arrows ball reached the sealed tissue paper, the sealed tissue paper shattered, the 10,000 arrows collapse. All swords as one. Li Qingxian condenses the way of the sword. A luminous sword inscribed with ancient runes appears. Xing Xian's original source blessing. Li Qingxian even used his own original righteous Tao text to bless the giant sword. Although it's called a giant sword, it's actually only about the size of 2 fingers combined. Be careful, senior. Li Qingxian is fully merging with the sword. Dense sword patterns emerge on his body. This is ancient sword script. Legend has it these are the most precise sword runes created at the birth of heaven and earth. Frozen into the body, can transform into primordial sword energy. Its power surpasses that of saints. And it was actually obtained by Li Qingxian. His karma with Buddha is deep. Li Qingshuan's trump card is really strong. Truly worthy of being the greatest builder of ancient times. The saints watching the battle are shocked. But Li Qingxian, the one who unites sword and person, still has the rune light sword from the painting terminated by the components. A formation collapsed in an instant. Li Qingxian fell from the path and hit the ground. The petty ones call him the woodcutting snake immortal. Senior is just too terrifying. Li Qingxian used so many methods, yet still couldn't defeat a snap of the fingers. A monster among monsters. Have you gotten stronger? Why don't I feel anything? Your attack power is still the same as before. Could it be that the increase in power is too small, so I didn't notice it? I have already undergone a transformation. You actually say you didn't notice? That's quite a failure. In fact, I really didn't feel the difference. The difference in power between the previous Li Qingxian and the current Li Qingxian. How significant is it? Chen Fen's expression didn't look like mockery, but more like stating facts. Really, this made the petty people feel even more chilled to the bone. What kind of existence is this immortal senior? Ridiculously powerful. Little saints once again prove the gap between themselves and Chen Fen. Having a brief chat with the little people, everyone goes off to do their own thing. Chen Fen planted the seeds she bought at the market into the ground, according to her plan, growing the vegetables she likes to eat. Ordinary vegetables. They usually take about a month or 2 to be ready to harvest. Previously, he was worried about not being able to eat the vegetables he grew. Now he is very confident. After finishing the vegetables and having a meal, he went to rest. The next day, a string of phone ringtones woke him up from bed. He fumbled around on the pillow for a long time. Finally, he found his phone. He answered it with ease. Who is it? Who is it? You actually asked me who I am? Phone, can't you tell who I am? Are you planning to quit? Get up quickly. Finish the work plan I gave you. The client needs this plan urgently. If you dare mess it up, your bonus for this month is gone. It's the leader. I'm leaving right away. Wait a minute. I've already quit my job. Why should I care about this jerk? Is it because I've been too controlled by work? Has my mind developed instincts? I'll give you 2 hours. I want to see the results of the plan. Otherwise, I'll deduct your bonus. I'll beat the crap out of you. Go ahead. I don't care about that broken bonus of yours. If you're going to work, you better get lost quickly. Disturbing my sweet dreams early in the morning. Are you crazy? Hang up right after cursing. One word, satisfying. This was the most enjoyable conversation I've had with the company leadership since we started communicating. Indeed, that saying is true. It's still that old truth. Let go of personal qualities. Enjoy a life without morals. Lacking qualities really allows for self-satisfaction. After losing those qualities, my mood has improved a lot. That leader called again. Answer the phone, Ching Feng. Alright, Ching Feng. You dare to talk to me like that? You don't want to do this anymore, do you? Do you know how many people out there want this job? Pack your things and get out of here immediately. Dare to curse me? Just try it. What are you pretending to be? A successful person? You look good in front of others, but in the company, you're nothing. That salary for a month is just pathetic. It's like you're begging for scraps. I give you work as a fair exchange. It's not about you relying on me to pay your salary. What is that supposed to mean? Acting all high and mighty, with your crooked eyes and nose. No wonder your wife ran off with someone else. And the key is, you don't even realize you're ugly. Do you know that? You're like a toad in the sewer. A frog at the bottom of the well dreaming of a swan. You're delusional and foolish. Indeed, the most unrefined people are the happiest. If you can't stand it, just confront it. It's really uplifting. You won't be depressed. You're finished. You've offended me. Let's see how you can stay in the company. I'm going to deduct all your bonuses. I'm going to make you do the hardest work. I'm going to take my revenge on you. Are you out of your mind? Who cares about staying at that dumb company? I quit a long time ago. Are you seriously retarded? After saying that, Ching Feng just hung up the phone like he was transcending. Who even goes to work anymore? The other party's former boss is in a great mood. Even the sun outside looks so cute. I seriously doubt that the reason I wasn't happy before was because I endured too much mental pressure, even cancer. was caused by years of oppression. Putting aside the conflicts with my former boss, Feng Qing habitually walks to the vegetable garden. Every day, he checks on the little people's lives. After all, living here is quite dangerous. You never know when the little ones might be attacked by wild cats or dogs. Encountering these monsters, the little ones might not survive. The first thing I do every morning is check if the little ones are still alive. Then I can relax and focus on my training. Hunter Sr. You finally made it. Qin Feng just arrived by the little tree. He saw the little people waiting anxiously. Their eyes were filled with panic and helplessness. Something has happened. An animal attack. What happened? Li Qingxian and the Kunlun Immortal seem to be dying. Senior Immortal, please take a look at them. It doesn't seem like they were attacked by demons. It looks like they're sick. Sick? What kind of excuse is that? The undead can get sick. This is the first time I've heard of the undead getting sick. But it makes sense. Because these ascended beings are abnormal to begin with. Other people's ascenders can destroy heaven and earth. But our ascender can't even crush a finger. And never get sick. Who gets sick, and what kind of serious illness is it? It almost made both ascenders feel cold. Soon, Kunlun, the fairy and Li Junxian, he was carried out by other saints. The two were sick and weak. Yang lay sprawled on a stretcher woven from weeds, listless and exhausted. The weed-woven stretcher was very rudimentary, but this was currently the best tool the non-living could manage. Ancestors and elders, please look. I don't even know what kind of serious illness could make them nearly fall overnight. This illness is truly terrifying. The upper realm is extremely dangerous. Not only do we have to constantly guard against terrifying monsters and bizarre erasure rules, but we also have to worry about diseases that might suddenly break out. Even saints can't withstand this pressure. Don't even mention illness as being lowly. Anything. Harmful rules can't invade our bodies. The indestructible golden body makes many envy. These two little guys look like they're about to die. But I'm not a doctor either. What should I do? Should I call a doctor to treat these little guys? Come on. Such a little kid. Really called a doctor. They might not even be able to cure him. Reporting to the Senior Immortal, they were already sick last night. The two of them are shivering and sweating. Their foreheads feel like they're on fire. Their throats are making sounds directly, coughing non-stop. Both sides leaned in for a closer look. The little person lying on the stretcher was just too small. After looking for a long time, it was basically futile. Helpless, they could only take out their phone. And once again went to the online monster discussion group to ask. The question was, if you had a tiny kingdom, and the little people inside got sick, becoming hot and cold. Forehead is very hot, throat is swollen, nasal congestion and runny nose. What method will you use to cure these little ones? What kind of illness have the little ones caught? Now lying down seems like they can't get out of bed. Waiting for answers online. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Brother, you must have watched too much. What if you had a tiny kingdom? Why don't you say you're cultivating immortality now? Are there any girls in the tiny kingdom? Is that girl sick? If so, you can have her take off her clothes first. Give her a thorough physical examination. Make sure you don't miss any serious illness. I've seen this IT before. He was the one who said to get a checkup last time too. Really an idiot. The guy upstairs is seriously a fool. His brain is filled with nothing but mango-colored nonsense. Disgusting, just disgusting. Based on my 13 years of experience as a vet. If your kid hasn't had an accident yet, then an accident is about to happen. Because it was so severe that I couldn't get out of bed. But as a veterinarian, I have one rule. Make sure the medicine cures the illness. If I'm not mistaken about the phone, your little one probably just has a cold. Take a few cold pills orally, and the medicine will work immediately. A cold is just that simple. Are you sure it's the 4th floor? As a veterinarian, can you still treat human illnesses? What's the difference between humans and animals? Besides, he claims to have a little kingdom inside him. Why can't I practice medicine in the name of a veterinarian? Moreover, the symptoms mentioned by the host. Anyone studying medicine knows this. It's just a cold, alright? Just take a cold medicine and get some sleep, and it'll be fine. Is it really that complicated? This group of delusional people is still fiercely defending their stance. Meanwhile, Chen-Fen turned off her phone. With the vet's reminder, Chen-Fen is carefully observing Kunlun Fairy and Li Qin Xian's condition. It really is a cold. Did they catch a chill yesterday? There was indeed a cold breeze last night. It was very cold. People's hands and feet are stiff. We all went back to avoid the cold. But those two are strong-willed. Especially after being knocked away repeatedly by Senior Immortal. I felt I couldn't be this weak anymore, falling into such despair. I kept practicing. And then, there was no more. Now the weather has started to turn into autumn. Nights are often quite chilly. Don't talk about these weak little people who are easily overwhelmed. It's normal for adults to catch colds easily. Just wait here. I'll prepare some medicine for them when we get back. Chen-Fen followed up. She boiled a bowl of water. Then, She took out the leftover cold medicine he had used before, and gave him the whole pill. The little people probably can't take it. Thinking for a moment, Chen Fen opened the capsule. Pour out the powder. Mix it with hot water. After doing that, Chen Fen brought out the medicinal soup, to give you the shoe-biting soup, to administer to the two of you. All the almonds are gone. What kind of medicine is this? It's a medicine for treating illnesses. The little people, not knowing the ingredients, don't dare to ask more. But what surprises the little people is this unknown herbal decoction. After the two of them take it, they actually improve quickly. This medicinal decoction is very effective. Truly worthy of being something from an immortal. It really has the power to bring the dead back to life. Their expressions of admiration toward Qing Fang grew even stronger. Something from the immortal realm. The people of the immortal realm are unfathomable. Especially this immortal senior. He is truly all-powerful. A god is a god. In the lower realm, we are sages. Beings like celestial gods. But here, Chen Fen is like a god to us. And when Chen Fen saw the cold medicine worked, she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Just perfect. Others who are born are invincible in the world, cutting through heaven, earth, and air, dominating heaven, earth, and air in an instant. But my Fei Xingxia, just because at night, he stayed up cultivating, it got a bit cold and he actually caught a cold. What's even more crucial is, a mere cold almost took both of their lives. You tell me, do these ascenders not make people worry? Kunlun Fairy, with Buddhist medicine, sweating all over. She slowly wakes up after a while. Thank you, Immortals Senior, for saving my life. Kunlun Fairy, don't be discouraged. No need to move around recklessly. You should rest and recover peacefully. For now, don't practice cultivation. Focus on nourishing your body first. Don't push yourself to improve your realm by intense cultivation and end up with myocarditis or something. That can be deadly. What is myocarditis? But since it's an immortal's warning, then I won't cultivate anymore. Things are too urgent. Cultivation should progress gradually. Pushing too hard can lead to many problems. Chen Fenjian and the others are safe. They brought some flatbreads for them. And he also persuaded himself with a large piece of beef, preparing to meditate and cultivate. I didn't expect that call to ring again. What's going on with this leader? Short legs aren't enough. He silenced his phone and continued practicing. He doesn't want to die over a small amount of money, getting caught up in internal conflicts. Unless a full cycle of the universe makes him feel great. That's right, strength also increases. The speed isn't as fast as it was a few days ago, but it's still progress. My physical condition has improved a bit. My muscles and joints are more flexible. My energy and blood flow are better. I'm in better shape than I was before I got sick. I can't believe it's only a little past 1. This time I'm going to run a full cycle. The time needed was actually much faster than before. It's a qualitative leap. This means, in the future, within a day, I can practice 2 full cycles. My strength will grow at double the speed. At this rate, breaking through the first level of practice is just around the corner. But I'm not that easy to deal with. My former boss doesn't know what's gotten into him. He's been bombarding my phone like crazy. In just one morning, I had 23 missed calls. Is he addicted to calling? I'm ready to block his number. The phone rang again, and I reluctantly answered. What do you want? Are you feeling frustrated and want to retort? I advise you not to humiliate yourself, because you can't outsmart me in a verbal fight. Chang Feng. I finally managed to get through to Chenfu. He didn't dare to lose his temper. Instead, he was all smiles. Xiaofeng. Is there some misunderstanding between us? It's really hard to find a job these days. If you quit, it will be difficult to find another job. How about this? You come back to work, and I'll pretend nothing happened. For the time you were absent, I'll still calculate your salary and attendance. It's as if you were on paid leave. The teachers have all cultivated immortality. That class, whoever falls for whom, let them go for it. I don't want to serve anymore. And that leader's attitude change is so disgusting. It's definitely not for their own good. Come on, find someone else more capable. I don't want to go back to that lousy company anymore. And for you to humble yourself and cooperate with me like this. Chill, go back to work. Did something go wrong with the project? Did you find out that my position is gone? No one can handle it. That's true, relying on that rookie intern. And that old hand who knows nothing but pretends to. Only good at brown-nosing to get promotions and raises. What capability do you have? Hearing Chen Feng say this, the leader has been silent for a long time. Looks like I guessed right. Xiao Feng, you know the company is in trouble. So just help us out. Come back and get the project done. Is it okay to leave after that? I thought that old-timer and the intern were really capable, and could completely replace Feng. Who knew they were just bluffing? Once Feng left, their department was completely ruined. If you don't come back, this project is doomed. Our company will probably have a hard time holding on too. Did you misunderstand something? What lesson do I have to learn from you? And your company going under is none of my business. Back when I was around, you didn't know how to appreciate it. You even thought anyone could replace me. Now that there's a problem, you remember me. Screw you. Who's leaving? I'm busy with my cultivation. Xiaofang, don't be angry. I was indeed blinded before. I buried your talent. How about this? As long as you come back, I'll give you double the salary, okay? Triple. You're really generous. It seems you've run into quite a bit of trouble this time. But I still say, it's none of my business. Am I supposed to go back, make mistakes, and then get thrown away? I'm not that foolish. Qingfeng, you can't be so heartless. Think about when you didn't have a job. Who gave you the opportunity to work? Who gave you the chance to learn? Which company nurtured you and provided you with so many benefits? In the end, this is how you repay the company. Why are you so selfish? Huh, your brain really is sick. Work is just a process of value exchange, and learning and development. Besides, the effort I put into the company and what I gained are completely disproportionate. Not proportional at all. He was too lazy to argue with this person anymore, and hung up the phone. Anyway, he had already handed over his work. His salary was settled. He was completely no longer associated with this company. The boss immediately sent a message to Xiaofang. I was impulsive just now. What do you want to do? Only then can we solve this trouble. Qingfeng didn't even take a look. He put his phone aside and made some lunch. Then he showed off a big piece of beef and continued cultivating. Beef really is the best. High-protein food for the human body. If I could eat enough beef every day, my cultivation progress would definitely speed up. And just like that, another week goes by smoothly. Qingfeng opens his eyes and often exhales a breath of stale air. This time, everything went very smoothly. In the past, he could still feel some blockage. Today, it felt so smooth, as if it had been oiled. Qingfeng made a sound. His whole body felt refreshed. He casually did a few laps. Every lap creates a whooshing sound in the air. Not only has my strength increased, but my body feels tougher. Not tough in the ordinary sense, but the skin's durability has improved. Minor scratches and scrapes. Can't leave any marks on my skin at all. If this continues to the final stage, is it possible to be like in a cultivation novel, holding the sun and moon, plucking stars? There's no one like me in this world. Forget it, better not aim too high. The path of cultivation is difficult. There are many cultivators in the world of cultivation, but I haven't seen many who can reach that level, to become that kind of powerful person. I'm afraid the odds are even lower than getting into Tsinghua or Peking University. This time, a week-long cycle actually only took 3 hours. You know, the first time I ran a week-long cycle, it took me a whole day. That's quite an improvement. Is this Wang person crazy? Let me make a call to check in with him. Ancestor. Alright, you can be my ancestor. Please, just this once. As long as you fix the program glitch for me, I'll do whatever you ask. Qingfeng didn't just block me outright, but after thinking it over, she still said a word. Helping me out is fine too. I'll pay you 100 times the industry standard for outsourcing. Otherwise, I won't help you. Ancestor, you've finally spoken. Ancestor, that's way too much. 100 times. No bargaining on 100 times. Say one more word, and you're blocked. No. 100 times is 100 times. Kufeng is way too shady. The previously timid and honest person didn't realize he had such a dark heart. But for the sake of the company's future, I have to compromise. So I agreed. This guy used to be so arrogant. He acted like a graveyard when I asked for a 100 yuan raise. Now he's surprisingly easy to talk to. It seems this project is very important. Sure enough, only by hitting their vital point, no matter who they are, will always be obedient and compliant. Transfer the money first, then do the work. If you can accept it, pay up. If you can't accept it, then just accept what you can. The saying goes, trust your people, and doubt your enemies. Xiao Su, I still trust your character. I'm talking about after tax. 100 times the price. 100 times the price, and that's after tax. So shameless. How come I never realized this guy was so ruthless before? Didn't everyone say Qingfeng was a pushover? Have you ever seen such a ruthless pushover? Could it be that this guy was pretending to be a little lamb before? Or did he suddenly have an epiphany recently? What exactly did he go through? Why is it no longer easy to take advantage of him? Is there a problem? No problem at all. Absolutely no problem. I originally wanted to say it's 100 times the price after sleeping together. Ha ha ha. Manager Wang smiled awkwardly. Even through the screen, I can tell. This guy probably feels worse than eating a dead fly right now. Thinking about Manager Wang's current mood, Qingfeng feels relieved knowing you're uncomfortable. Then I feel good too. Let's leave it at that for now. Ding. You have received a transfer of 210,000 yuan from Manager Wang. I used to have no idea how long it would take to earn 200,000 yuan. But now, I can easily make 210,000 yuan in just a moment. Well, no matter what. With this money, I can happily stay in the countryside and live peacefully. Practicing, returning to my room, turning on the computer, clicking on the program manager Wang sent over, opening the familiar, long-missed code digits. Lines upon lines of dense code. This is all the fruit of my labor. Results earned through countless days and nights. I have to say, I really admire my past self. I actually managed to accomplish such a massive project. Fixing bugs and organizing the process is actually quite simple, because this is code written by Chen Fan himself. He can tell at a glance where the problem lies. Fingers tapped on the keyboard a few times. Done in 2 minutes. Earned 210,000 in 2 minutes by finishing the work. Chen Fan woke up. Instead of immediately sending the processed file to Manager Wang, she called Manager Wang. This problem of yours is a bit serious. I don't think it can be handled in just 1 week. It's been so long. Brother Phone, can you speed it up? It's really urgent here. Alright, I'll put in more effort. I'll get it done in 5 days. This is truly the fastest I can manage. Ding! Received Manager Wang's red envelope. 8,888. Brother Phone, please think of a way to see if it can be done faster. Manager Wang is straightforward. Since you're so generous, I'll also go all out for 2 days. I'll work overnight for 2 days to get it done for you. Brother Chung Phone, you're so loyal. Why didn't I realize you're so loyal before? Thank you, thank you. Then I'll have to trouble Brother Phone. If I get the chance in the future, I will definitely thank you properly. It's good that you know. Alright, that's all for now. I'm going to get back to work now. Talk to you later. I won't bother you anymore. Later, Chen Fan will happily go make dinner. On the other side, Manager Wang. He thought Chen Fan was fighting desperately. If only he knew. Chen Fan actually finished it in just 2 minutes. The rest of the time was spent slacking off. He wouldn't know what to think. On the other side of the city, a confident woman had just sent out several men, wearing suits from a restaurant. Those men looked down on everyone, as if they were emperors enjoying life, and the women stayed by their side with smiles, personally opening the car doors for them. Mr. Lin, please be careful. Take care, Mr. Lin. After those men drove away, the women finally dropped their fake smiles, but the happiness on his face is still obvious. Another deal closed. This deal's commission could be around 2,500. This month, I'm definitely going to earn over 10,000. I wonder what Phone is doing now. That country bumpkin is probably farming. I don't know what prospects there are in returning to the village. I get a commission per deal. It's more than his income in the 3rd month. Oh, but there's no saving him. Oh, he really lacks ambition. I'm really glad I broke up with him. I'm increasingly feeling that. This breakup was the best decision of my life. After all, I am no longer in the same world as Qing Feng. The next time we meet, perhaps the identities of the two people will be worlds apart. But what Su Yi doesn't know is that after Qing Feng returned home, he was not destitute. He casually took on a project and earned over 200,000. What surprised Qing Feng the most was, of course, not the 200,000, but the feeling of becoming stronger through cultivation was also quite enjoyable. Unconsciously, 2 days have passed. With a loud boom, suddenly, I rose a level with the wind, golden light shining brightly. I have just nurtured the first layer of foundation, feeling like I have endless strength in my body. One punch can take down a bull without problem. I can even pull mountains and dominate the world with my spirit. Senior Immortal, you have broken through. You have broken through to Link Layer 1. After we broke through the wind riding stage, we felt an unprecedented sense of oppression. That pressure comes from the bloodline. It's like a high-level expert facing a low-level beast with a weak bloodline. It seems he really broke through the first level of Qi refining. Such a powerful first level of Qi refining. Not just him. The other ascenders were also shocked all along. Qing Feng's first level of Qi refining is different from the first level of Qi refining we understand. This is the first level of Qi refining in the immortal realm. No wonder the immortal seniors took so long to break through. It turns out his cultivation results are different from ours. His cultivation effect far exceeds our understanding. The connection is not the same as what you guys understand. So what exactly did I practice? Something unprecedented. What if I haven't seen this before? There shouldn't be a problem, right? We also don't know what will happen, but it will be surprisingly powerful. After all, it was created by our 9 saints. A cultivation method they work together to develop. No matter how you think about it, it won't be weak. The little people from Chuanqian who taught me cultivation don't even know my current state. So what will my future path be like? Maybe I should find time to go to the hospital for a checkup. Let's see if my cancer is still there. Now my strength has reached the first level of practice. Can I relax and spend some money? I've earned over 200,000. That's enough for food, clothing, and shelter. Senior Immortal. It might be because you practice immortal techniques. You cultivate immortal techniques with an immortal physique. There will be different effects. It should be like that. Cultivating in this world is definitely different from living as a petty person. If the power increase was the same. 9 saints flying up here. would have already flattened this world. Why be so weak? As soon as the weather brushes past, I feel like my body condition has evolved. As if I've broken away from my original species, evolving towards becoming a superhero. I can hear crickets chirping outside by Lai, and judge their location, even from the tangled grass. I could instantly tell from his cricket-like smile and posture. He just threw a random punch. Deep down, he already sees me as his big brother. Just one punch at Foundation establishment level gave me that feeling. If it were online, he really is getting more and more excited. Send the ding file to Manager Wang. Ding file sent successfully. Ah, Brother Feng is really punctual. 2 days promised, 2 days delivered. You even brought the money. Thank you very much. You must be exhausted these past 2 days. Thank you for your hard work. Harder than life itself. A brother with true loyalty. Let's have a drink when you have time. I definitely need to thank you properly. The anxiety I've felt these past few days has finally disappeared today. The task is complete. This project didn't go as planned. The future of the listed company is bright. We're both clear now. Cash in hand, goods in hand. Manager Wang, you go ahead and get busy. I've been a bit tired these past couple of days. I'm going to rest now. Alright, brother, you better get some rest quickly. Don't overwork yourself. Contact me if anything comes up. Turn off WeChat. Ching Feng decided to take a stroll around the village. It turned out there was a person trapped under a huge rock by the pond. Luckily, Uncle Chen wasn't dead yet. To be honest, Uncle Chen is really something else. He actually managed to wedge himself under that rock. No normal person could have done that. Is Uncle Chen okay? He's calling out a few times. Uncle Chen struggled to open his eyes. Help! Help! Ching Feng, please save me. I'm trapped under a rock. I can't get out. Call for help. Call someone from the village to get me out. Chen Fen was about to say something, but Uncle Chen was too agitated and passed out. Call someone from the village. By the time the villagers realize, you'll probably already be a corpse. Should I say you are lucky or unlucky? Unlucky because you were actually pinned down by a rock. Lucky because you happened to meet me. Unlucky because it seems like my strength has been growing lately. I keep encountering all sorts of strange and bizarre things. It's like being surrounded by the protagonist's aura. Getting stronger brings trouble, and I use my strength to solve the problems. Could this be the law of becoming stronger? It's hard to imagine. The more I get stronger, will it be like a zombie apocalypse novel? No matter where I go, you'll always encounter moments where you get called out or embarrassed. Like going to the mall to buy a roasted carrot, only to be provoked by the waiter, who says you can't afford it, and then mocks you or makes fun. For example, when you go out shopping, there's always 1 or 2 people who come up and pick a fight, to showcase their own sense of being the protagonist. For example, when I'm out shopping with a girl, a rich second-generation heir might come over, jealous and competitive. Then I squat down, inserting all 5 fingers under the stone. Striking a pose like on stage, I exert force suddenly. The stone actually slowly lifts off the ground. This stone is heavier than I imagined. Maybe it's because the pressure on me has been released. Uncle Chen slowly wakes up. Didn't I just see Chang Feng earlier? And I even asked him to call someone from the village to come save me. Why isn't he here now? And the stone on me is gone. Could this be a dying person's last flicker of consciousness? Thinking I've been saved. Actually, I am going to die. He turned his head to check on the stone. Suddenly, he saw Ching Feng like an ant, lifting a stone several times larger than himself, slowly pushing the stone aside. As he was pushing the stone away, Uncle Chen's jaw dropped in shock. Damn, this is really a last burst of strength. I'm really going to die. What did I see? I actually saw Ching Feng pushing that stone along. He felt like his nerves were all messed up. His eyes flickered. He couldn't accept this reality, and fainted again. I can only describe his bad luck with 2 words. Ching Feng didn't pay any attention to Uncle Chen's nervous behavior. Finally, stone is far away from Uncle Chen and Ching Feng. After finishing these things, Ching Feng picks up the phone to call the elder brother, asking what's going on. Chen Dainiu is injured. We'll send people over immediately. Hearing that Chen Dainiu is injured, we go door to door to inform everyone. The strong men in the village hastily arrived at the destination. Hello, uncles and aunts. Uncle Chen seems to have sustained serious injuries. Don't move recklessly. We need to carry him to the hospital for treatment. I don't have any tools here. We'll have to wait for you. Everyone united. Wasn't Chen Dainiu trapped under the boulder? How did he get out? Where is he? The rock didn't crush him. The rock that was pressing down might have become unstable. It shifted to the other side. I just knocked it away with a hoe. I thought Uncle Chen was done for. Fortunately, he was lucky. Really. Of course it's true. Could it be that I can lift several tons of stones? It's impossible for a person to be that extraordinary. Everyone, hurry and take the old god to the hospital. Don't delay. Someone needs urgent help. But just then, Chindanyu opened his eyes. He scanned the crowd around him. Finally, his gaze landed on Xingfeng's familiar face. A surge of emotions welled up in his heart. Pointing at Xingfeng, he excitedly shouted, Changfeng, be good. He won't eat you. He picked up the stone. She stuck her butt out. I swear he's really mad at me. Everyone saw how Chindanyu behaved, but no one took it seriously. Oh, that girl is really pitiful. She's starting to talk nonsense now. Maybe she was too shocked. Quick, get her to the hospital. If we wait too long, her brain might get damaged. Exactly. Since you all are here, my dear, I won't go to the hospital with you. I have other things to take care of. If you have things to do, just go ahead. So, Qingfen went home to continue his training. The next day, he discovered that the time it took to complete a full cycle had shortened again, since it was shortened to 3 hours. It hasn't changed since. After breaking through to the next level of practice, I didn't expect there to be any more movement. And not only has the time been shortened, but the power I gain from each weekly session is even more abundant than before. If I keep cultivating at this speed, after some time, that stone from yesterday won't just be pushed, it will be truly lifted. Now that makes sense. Now that's more like cultivating immortality. I guess my dizziness has almost disappeared. I should find some time to get checked. Finished washing up. Chandania's family sent gifts to express their thanks. They weren't anything valuable, just some farm eggs, 2 big roosters, some fruits and vegetables they grew themselves. Wonder how they'll turn out when ripe. Luckily, nothing extravagant. He kept shouting that you should lift the boulder. Probably due to the injury and shock. It'll be fine after a while. Hongqing First People's Hospital is the best hospital in Hongqing City. Oncology Department. Doctor, how is my test report? Is there still something wrong with my health? I've never seen such a strange examination report. What's wrong with the doctor? Is there something wrong with my body? Your body is completely fine. But there is a major problem. What are you talking about? Is this nonsense? Logically speaking, your immortal cancer has worsened countless times. This is an astonishing figure. A normal person would have this level. They would already be dead. Even if not dead, they definitely wouldn't be able to move. They'd be on their last breath. But you not only didn't die, you're lively and bouncing around. In fact, your physical test data across the board, far beyond normal health standards. That means you should be perfectly healthy. You see, health and illness are completely mixed together. It's like 2 different people's conditions. After all these years, this is the first time I've seen such a case. Extremely healthy. And extremely unhealthy. Will it affect my normal life? Do you think it has affected your normal life? No. Then that's settled. As long as it doesn't affect your normal life, then you are normal. I've said a lot, but it feels like I haven't really said anything about feelings. Can I even be my own doctor now? Well, I guess that's just how it is. The old doctor can't give any useful information. So he took the report and said, thank you. Then he planned to leave. Oh, right. Remember to come back for a checkup every once in a while. Although this won't affect your daily life, you still need to keep an eye on its progress at all times. Even though the numbers for your condition are so alarming. If it worsens, there's nothing we can do. It seems like there's no need for frequent checkups. But I can't help being a little curious. Because your case is exactly the kind that could be written into textbooks. I want to see how long you can actually live before leaving the hospital. After taking several transfers, you'll get home. My body is fine. But my cancer is a serious problem. So do I have a problem or not? Based on the body's response, he definitely won't die. But this cancer thing has worsened. Forget it, he won't die anyway. Who cares? When he gets home, The first thing he does is check on the little ones. Is there any danger? Under the small tree, the little people live and work happily. Some are discussing. Some are strong, drinking tea and reciting poetry. Others are carefully building their own houses. Some are growing vegetables, while others are planting flowers to decorate the surroundings. The flyer finally understood. Cultivation and life are both long-term endeavors. They plan to live here for a long time. So they've started focusing on building their home, while Qingfeng quietly observed the lives of these people. A faint explosion suddenly sounded, disturbing the peace of this place. 3 small black holes appeared around the sapling. This happened after 9 little flyers heard the noise. Immediately rises into the void, standing horizontally before the black hole. Another ascender has ascended. Who could it be that has already used their divine sense to probe? Before we ascended, there are no longer any saint-level cultivators in the Qian-Kun realm. Why? Perhaps some beings are using secret methods to conceal their presence, trying to reap the benefits without effort, using us to scout ahead, so they can profit from behind. This is the Air Force passage. Soon, 3 photographers slid down from the black hole. The black hole suddenly closed, leaving only the 3 newly emerged disguises. When seeing the true forms of those 3, the faces of the 9 sages changed with surprise. So it's you. You hid yourselves so well. These 3, I thought they were humans. Turns out they're 3 shadowy beasts. 3 beasts that have just ascended. After noticing the 9 sages, they cautiously huddled together. 9 sages, you all are still alive? The 3 strange beasts are Black Hua beasts. They are the Black Blood Qilin, the Dark Demon Dragon, and the Black Phoenix. These 3 are the infamous fallen beasts. In order to break the rules of the Great Tao, they committed numerous crimes in the Qingkuan realm. They are the common enemies of the cultivation world. Very well. Since you've ascended here, then die here. By your means. Or by your groups. The Black Qilin's body rapidly enlarges, until it's as big as a human fist. Black Qilin, Black Dragon, the 3 corrupted creatures of the Black Phoenix are incredibly proud. Even though they just ascended, and even though they are outnumbered, they still refuse to back down. In their eyes, the 9 great saints also ascended not long ago. How strong could they really be? They see them as just 3 corrupted creatures with no worldly experience. Li Qingxian and others are like watching the 3 country bumpkins who just entered the city, wondering if they will survive. Or, if the era still considers fallen creatures better than saints. Brother, what era are we in now? You're still living in the past. In your dreams, you have a past. 3 fallen creatures, hearing a sound like thunder, couldn't help but look up at this colossal being, and was instantly dumbfounded. What kind of monster is this? It's human. The 3 fallen creatures huddled closely together. The people of the 9 great cities were stunned when they heard the details. They were completely taken aback. The past grievances were in the Qingkuan realm. Now, we are on the territory of the Immortals in the Immortal realm. How to deal with the 3 fallen creatures still depends on the will of the elders. We have no right to decide the fate of the 3 fallen creatures. There are some past grievances, but those are all things of the past. The fate of these 3 creatures, whether they live or die, still depends on the senior's decision. We dare not overstep our bounds to decide, nor do we dare to make a decision beyond our authority. We ask for the senior's forgiveness. The 9 living beings were just a bit anxious earlier. They feel they shouldn't decide for the factions, and keep apologizing and confessing guilt. The 3 fallen creatures see the 9 great humans facing the giant in the sky. Their attitude is servile, like slaves. They immediately turn pale. At the same time, their eyes show disdain, unhidden. They look down on the 9 great saints completely. Ha ha ha. I originally thought that even if you all made me a great enemy, I would still respect you. After all, your spirit deserves at least a glance from others. Turns out you are just a bunch of soft grapes. What saints? What powerful beings of the human race? I didn't expect this. You actually willingly become slaves to the beings of the immortal realm. I misjudged you all. You are unworthy to be compared to me. We would rather die in battle. We will never bow and scrape like you. As members of the human race, it is our honor, yet you willingly choose to be slaves and suffer. Bah! Li Qingchuan and the Kunlun Fairy are not angry. This is something they willingly do. Don't say Chen Feng has no demands. Even if Chen Feng has demands, so what if they do them? Serving as slaves to immortals is not shameful, I know. If it weren't for the senior immortals not wanting you to die, you think you can still become dogs again. Maybe it's because of your cultivation level, far beyond the comprehension of those 3 fallen beings. They can't see through it, nor do they even feel the pressure. Those 3 of them still think the 9 great saints look the same as before. Senior Xianren, I really can't stand them anymore. Let the Fright Order allow me to kill them. There's no need for that. Actually, It's not easy to have 3 animals ascend like this. Taking care of them is quite fun. This one looks like a dog. It can be raised as a dog. That one looks like a bird. It can be raised as a bird, and that one can be raised as a snake. It's actually quite interesting. Biodiversity is also very important in the cat paradise. Actually, I really like dragons, phoenixes, and cheelans. Perhaps it's something that people from the Huaxia lineage share. They all seem to have a fondness for mythical beasts. Last time I was cleaning the vegetable garden, I found some bones here. I regret not being able to raise one back then. Now that I have the chance, I definitely want to fulfill that wish. Huh, me too. The immortal elder said that keeping pets can be quite interesting, but these pets are disobedient. When they heard the ingredients, the 9 great saints instantly burst into laughter, treating fallen beings as pets. Who would dare to have such thoughts in this generation? Who can do it? When fallen being pets heard this, the pure hearts of the 9 great saints were suddenly unraveled, but the 3 fallen creatures deceived the watching foam. How dare they insult my fallen clan so brazenly? I will make you pay the price. Even if you are an immortal, we will also cut you down. The 9 humble scoundrels of the universe realm, watch carefully how we annihilate the immortals. We're not like you, useless and weak. As the top combatants of the universe realm, we have not lost our backbone. This 3 hours has been brutal. Obviously, they want to stage a brand new act, while the 9 saints stand fiercely on the sidelines, planning to watch a show. 3 fallen beings stand side by side, encountering the void in the sky, defying the world, as if they are the center of the universe. A lifetime of being unruly, pride soaring to the heavens. They look down on the 9 great sages, even disdain the beings of the immortal realm. No wonder these dragons and phoenixes, the Chelan, these 3 fallen creatures, are truly fearsome in the mortal realm. Even saints would be wiped out if they encountered them. They exude a faint aura of invincibility, and have the confidence to be proud. When they come to the immortal realm, they carry an invincible mindset. Even if the opponent is an immortal being, they would still want to kill them. Even though we come from the Chinkuan realm. Even though one hand must resist, the rules of the immortal realm remain invincible. You can come and try in this world. So what if they are beings of the immortal realm? Showing this is my wish. 3 fallen creatures meet the gaze of essence. The surge of battle must turn into reality. Senior, I can't stand it anymore. How about I take care of them for you? The 3 fallen creatures glance back at the 9 saints, only to find them smiling at themselves, as if looking at 3 clowns. This was something they couldn't accept. We're that awesome. What kind of look is that? Are you trying to die? I really don't understand. What makes you so arrogant and fearless? You don't need these 3 little things. It seems like they're pretty powerful in your world. I also want to see them, and compare their fighting ability to that of bugs. We've looked down on the human world for so long, and yet you dare to take us, the highest beings. Existence is nothing compared to bugs. No need for pointless arguments. Don't bother with him. Just eliminate him directly. Let him understand that falling into depravity and making mistakes cannot be insulted. Once involved, he will suffer endless torment. The dragon, phoenix, and Chelan 3 branches erupt in fury, immediately unleashing divine powers to rush toward the city peak for battle. Thunder strikes with immense power, a posture that could destroy heaven and earth. They believe that this kind of ability would even make immortals change color. 3 fallen beings, like 3 small light bulbs emitting black light, colliding with the wind. Indeed, it's miraculous. This emits a black light. It's the first time I've seen something like this. By the way, does black light count as light? But before he could think it through, 3 fallen creatures rushed up to him. He snapped his fingers 3 times. The black light on the 3 fallen creatures was directly shattered. The box fell to the ground. Unanimously, 3 fallen beings simultaneously spat out a mouthful of black blood. 3 pairs of eyes stared in awe at the gigantic creature in the sky. We are known as invincible, capable of slaying saints. The fallen light that destroys gods and slaughters Buddhas was actually shattered with a snap of someone's fingers. Who exactly is this gigantic immortal? It's so terrifying, without using any rules or spells. His pure physical strength and cold finger almost wiped us out. Is this immortal so perverse? The 9 vigilant saints are all watching them from the throne. It seems like they're watching a joke. The Black Kirin finally understands why they have been so relaxed from the beginning. These people already knew the outcome. Aren't they just as weak as bugs? The force used just now was still a bit too strong. It almost got me killed. Although Sister Wei was very restrained, she used the least amount of force possible. The 3 fallen creatures are so furious they want to vomit blood and curse. But they know. Perhaps what Shin Fen said is true. It's not that the other side insulted them, but that they are simply too weak. If Senior Rang was determined to let them die, they would have died long ago. They wouldn't even need Senior Xianren to take action. We can all be wiped out. Hearing this, the Black Kirin trio definitely won't agree. If we can't beat the terrifying immortals, how could we lose to you? We are recognized as the top cultivators in the Qingkuan realm. The ceiling here is like reaching the stage of becoming an immortal in the mortal world. What are you pretending to be here? Dealing with weakling saints like you. One hand is enough. Kunlun trap. What three fallen beings instantly doubt their lives? Because they discovered the cultivation level of the Kunlun fairy has surpassed their understanding. With a loud bang, the three fallen beings were blown away. You have no ability to resist at all. Steady yourself again. The three fallen creatures are already in a mess. They have wounds of varying severity. The Kunlun fairy has actually grown to this point. The fairy realm is indeed extraordinary. The situation is now critical. We must find an opportunity to escape. You bunch of useless saints, you can achieve this much. Give us time. We can catch up to you. And even surpass you. And this great immortal here, we can also eliminate, as long as you give us the final time to grow. The Black Qilin has already marked Qingfen and the 9 saints as mortal enemies in his heart. 30 years east of the river, 30 years west. One day, we will repay the humiliation you have dealt us today. In full. The Black Qilin gave the dragon and phoenix a look. The 3 beast team's years of tacit understanding allow them to quickly understand what the other is thinking. First, don't act recklessly. Come back for revenge later. The 3 fallen creatures finish their harsh words, and without looking back, they use maximum speed to escape into the distance. Hearing this, it sounds like they've turned into a big white blur. 30 years in the east, 30 years in the west, it's all here. Still 30 years in the east, 30 years in the west. You don't understand the situation, do you? In the fairy realm, there are no immortals, all are protected. You might not even survive for 3 hours. 3 limbs are disabled. That is the forbidden zone. No living beings from the fairy realm can survive here. The 3 beast combination has set up shop on Taba. They are ready to face the endless pursuit of the 9 great saints, and the ruler of the immortal realm. But they found that the Wind Rider didn't move. The 9 great poets also remained still. They just watched them escape with great interest. The 9 great poets looked on with mockery and even dared to ridicule. When my cultivation is constant, I will definitely take all of you down. All 3 of you. The revenge in their minds hasn't even fully formed yet. Shaowen. They suddenly find themselves weak and powerless, falling straight to the ground, accompanied by suffocation. It feels like they're heading toward their downfall. I'm going to die. What on earth is going on? The 3 beasts just ascended to the immortal realm, so they naturally don't know the rules there. First, they can't leave the range of the Chaos World technique, or they'll be erased by the immortal realm's rules. Second, they must not provoke the giant, because he can erase chaos monsters with just 1 finger. You can even kill ascenders with just 1 finger. You must maintain good relations with the giants. Without the protection of the giants, you will be killed by sudden chaotic monsters. It's still necessary to seek the giant's shelter. Without the giant's nourishment, you'll starve in the immortal realm. This is the giant's territory. They can decide whether you can live here or not. 6. It's okay, just take a good look at those fallen ascenders around you. Look at their fate, and you'll understand that this world is probably even more dangerous than you imagine. Anyway, don't wander around recklessly, and don't offend people carelessly. The most important point is to please and maintain a good relationship with the seniors. This is the essence of survival in the celestial realm summarized by the 9 great sages. And those 3 fallen beings seem to have made every mistake possible. In short, it's like the old immortal is tired of living. You can teach, but you can't be without common sense while watching. The universe is filled with countless opportunities and endless embellishments. Even the saints have their realms. The 3 fallen beings that even the strongest fear to mention. They keep hitting walls everywhere. The 9 great saints are all delighted. They feel a sense of relief and superiority, because they ascended before the 3 fallen beings. The 9 of them were once just as lost. They knew nothing about the immortal realm, almost feeling their way in the dark. Now, seeing others, who are as ignorant as they once were, of course they feel superior inside. It's like an umbrella that once stood in the rain without sheltering anyone. That feeling when you see others getting caught in the rain. Even after being rained on, you still tear apart others' umbrellas. What kind of magic did you use exactly? Do you dare to let us go? Yeah, you only act tough because you're a celestial being. If we had the same identity and the same time, you wouldn't be a match for us. Old Zhao, let us go for 1,000 years. We only need 1,000 years to cut you down. At this point, all we can do is use words to charm. The stronger the person, the more they are affected by provocation. You're right. If you had the same conditions as me, the same environment, you must be better than me. What kind of operation is this? We said you're not as good as us. Then you admit it. And you admit it so generously. No, your reaction shouldn't be like that. It should be rage, anger, frustration, unwilling and unbelieving. Then say something else. Even cattle and horses dare to compare themselves to me. You bunch of bugs. Since you're not convinced, then I'll let you go. Give you some time to catch up. Let me see if you can catch up with me. Let me show you the gap between you and me. I've been waiting for you to come and seek revenge. Then I'll let Gasang go. And Gasang endures humiliation and bears the burden. enduring and cultivating for hundreds or thousands of years. If I can fight and win, then I'll come knocking to show off and take revenge. If I really can't fight and win, just pretend nothing happened. From now on, I'll just avoid you, no matter what. Brother San can always get away. But why aren't you playing by the rules? We said you're not as good as us. You actually admitted it. So what do we do next? Sure enough, the beings from the celestial realm are very cunning. They know our plan. Just one sentence, and I might as well let you crack it. They really don't leave us any way out. My life is over. Leaving the range of the little tree's ability, they will become weaker and weaker. This is the first time they have felt it, being this close to death. This is really dying, not a joke. But Chen Feng definitely wouldn't let them die. He just picked up the 3 little ones, and threw them back into the small tree's shade. That suffocating feeling disappeared along with it, back from the dead. Being alive feels really good. I probably won't die after all. It would be a shame if you died, reporting to the honored ancestors. You won't die. But recovery won't happen overnight. Don't pretend. You won't imprison us. You think we're those 9 serval humans? We, the fallen tribe, have pride. We will never become slaves to immortals, right? Never think you can make us submit. Fallen creatures. Never slaves. Ridiculous fools. I'm dying of laughter at these 3 fallen creatures. Can't they figure out the situation at all? Have they always been this stupid? I used to be incredibly cautious around such foolish things. It's really embarrassing. You'd better keep being this strong-willed. Grit. We fallen beings are famously marked by our grit. We have true grit. The 3 fallen beings believe they can fully withstand this grit. Do you think the seniors from Xian threw you back here, just to imprison you? The celestial realm is fraught with danger. It's simply not suitable for ascenders to survive. We cannot leave the chaotic world. Otherwise, we will fall immediately. Just look at the seniors around you and you'll understand. Of course, this kind of explanation is definitely not something the fallen beings can accept. They all think it's a lie. Look at the little ones in the divine and demonic paradise. These 3 fallen creatures seem quite proud. They look hard to tame. Senior immortal, there's no need to worry. No matter how stubborn they are, a few missed meals will teach them a lesson. I have some experience in taming beasts. You think a few tons will make us submit? You really underestimate fallen creatures. We are immortal and indestructible. We've already reached the realm of fasting. Compare us to those inferior creatures that need to eat. Watching the 3 little ones stubbornly refuse to eat, Feng is getting a headache. To figure out how to tame pets, Chen Feng even went online to search for some tips. How to quickly train a pet. Starve them a bit, then train. If they misbehave, punish them. If they don't sit on command, let them go hungry. Is there a female pet? Can I check her body? I've had my eye on that guy on the 5th floor for a long time. I used to think you were a person. I didn't expect you're not even human. Yeah, that guy on the 5th floor definitely has issues. Every time the thread starter posts, he asks if there are any girls. Now he doesn't even spare animals. 6 points for cowardly treachery. Ignore the online arguments. A bunch of cattle and horses. Then just go along with it. Feeding and giving depend on the recipient. With such arrogant attitudes from fallen beings, if you still shamelessly offer them benefits, isn't that just like being treated as a backup when pursuing a girl? What's the difference from being a simp without hesitation? And I don't want to be a simp. Then I guess I'll just stay hungry. It's up to you to be hungry. If I give in, I'll take your last name. I really don't want a little animal sharing my last name. What would that make me? Just another little beast. After a whole day of fussing around, it's time for dinner. I can't be bothered with the toxic food of fallen creatures. Time to start cooking. With 200,000 in hand, the financial situation is comfortable, so the family never lacks food, especially beef, chicken breast, eggs, shrimp, and other high-protein supplements. Cut 3 gene of beef, cook it, then add 5 eggs and shrimp. 10 dishes, meaning various vegetables, such as lettuce, cabbage, and tomatoes. Make several different dishes. Recently, as my cultivation has increased, my appetite for ingredients has grown significantly. After finishing, he carried the meal into Taiyuan. The 9 saints saw this and immediately stepped forward. Thank you, Immortal, for your blessing. Don't pay too much attention to mortal calamities. Such a wicked spirit. The little people have reached the end of their lives. They immediately started devouring the food. Meanwhile, the 3 fallen creatures on the other side were already so hungry their chests were touching their backs. They really didn't expect that after entering the immortal realm, their ability to go without food would disappear. They wondered if there was anything edible nearby. It was pure torture. Seeing the food in front of Ching Feng and the 9 great sages, that mouth-watering color, aroma, and flavor, is truly captivating. The Black Kirin swallows his saliva, his stomach growling loudly. It only makes his face flush red. Yeah, it's quite embarrassing for him. Fellow cultivators. They're trying to shake our resolve to steal. Never be deceived. That's what they say. But the longing in his eyes is unmistakable. He looks like he wants to jump onto the plate and devour all that food. Of course he would. After all, we are proud fallen creatures. It seems that because of a mere insignificant black dragon, the corners of his mouth were almost dripping like a waterfall. Yet he still insisted otherwise. There's no way a mere bit of food could shake his thieving heart. But then again, those foods seemed to be very nourishing. A powerful tonic. Look at them. The 9 great saints are eating something while glowing. 3 pairs of eyes are eagerly watching. If it weren't for their unwavering resolve, they would have rushed over long ago. The lingering light has seen the performance of 3 fallen beings, smirking inwardly, still talking about willpower, and stealing hearts. Don't you look at yourselves. Your saliva can't stop flowing. Just endure. I want to see how long you can hold on. Zheng Feng finds it amusing. So, they slowed down their eating a bit more. Watch how I tame you. Today was the slowest meal he has ever had, savoring every bite, full of flavor. For the 3 fallen creatures, it was a great calamity. A calamity of immense torment. 9 great sages can't eat much. Just a few bites and I couldn't take it anymore. It's really too rich. If I eat any more, I'll burst. In the end, all the food ended up in Qingfen's stomach. Are you finished eating? I'm completely full. Finished eating. Are you full? Alright, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to pack up. Clean up the dishes. Leave nothing behind. The 3 fallen creatures watch eagerly, like 3 little gluttonous cats. It's really pitiful. If you want to eat, can I say it? We absolutely won't eat anything from you, not even if we starve to death. That's right. Actually, deep down, they are a little shaken, but their pride as strong individuals makes them reluctant to admit it. Good. With spirit, we ride the wind. There's no turning back now. He turns around and leaves. I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional. He walks onto the field ridge. He pours all the remaining debris onto the field as fertilizer. Watching him with 3 limbs, a fallen creature with a stubborn heart, a vicious dog, a heavenly beast. This is truly a heavenly delicacy. These scraps can definitely fill our stomachs. They might even help someone advance. The 3 fallen creatures have noticed. Everything from the fairy realm is a treasure. Otherwise, the 9 great sages wouldn't be able to progress so quickly. After having a meal with the Wind Rider, the 3 fallen creatures sensed it. The aura of the 9 great saints has become much stronger. The sense of oppression has increased again, and Qing Feng is not in a hurry to tame it. There's an old saying. Haste makes waste. No rush, take your time. I have plenty of time. Let's finish eating. Qing Feng began to sit cross-legged on the ridge to cultivate. He circulated his energy through 2 microcosmic orbits. Then he went to sleep as night fell. Early the next morning, he brought fragrant food into the Divine Demon Park again. Meanwhile, the 3 fallen creatures had gone hungry all night, and their digestive tracts started to rebel. For breakfast, I took out a boiled egg and some whole milk. Let's see how you 3 brothers cope with it. When Shenfen brought breakfast to the field, he found 3 fallen creatures lying by the boundary. Fat Rice was mumbling dejectedly. I realized that I could no longer dominate the world as I used to. In my heart, I once harbored the ambition to conquer the realm of immortals. The dream of crushing the giants of the immortal realm has also been shattered. In this world, I realize I am far weaker than I imagined. I can only live on the outermost part of the tree of life, not qualified to enter the inner circle. Last night, I was attacked again by an unknown terrifying creature. Sigh, last night I fought a chaotic demon. If it weren't for the timely help of the 9 great saints, we drove away that terrifying chaotic demon. Brother 3 is probably about to become a lost soul in this immortal realm. Far more powerful than any ascended being. No one knows how much stronger. In this world, we are like ants. Even a single chaotic demon of great terror level frightens us so much we can barely breathe, let alone that towering immortal giant as tall as the sky. Thinking back, yesterday we were so overconfident, challenging that giant, and even threatening to slay an immortal. We're just clowns. No wonder the reunion was so blunt. They weren't being rude, nor were they slandering or deliberately insulting. They were just stating the facts. We were just too sensitive. I feel like I'm hurting my own self-esteem. After a night of beating myself up, I am increasingly aware that in this world, without the protection of giants, it's really impossible to survive. Even if I'm not hunted by chaotic monsters, I would still starve to death. It's just too difficult to survive. No wonder the 9 great sages attach themselves to the giants. If you act recklessly, the surrounding ascended valleys are the fate of the ascended in the Qingkun realm. The 3 fallen creatures are already afraid now. They are tough, but being tough needs to make sense. Tough with brains. Being mindless and stubborn is foolish. If things go wrong, you might end up in prison. Chen Fen brought over breakfast. He naturally didn't know the psychological changes of the three fallen beings. He thought the three strange beasts were still holding on and hadn't figured things out. He didn't even glance at the three fallen beings. He walked straight towards the 9 great saints. Everyone, come have breakfast. 3 fallen creatures. They shouldn't be so easy to break, right? They are fallen creatures, after all, known for being tough. There's no way they just saw the light overnight. That would be completely out of character for fallen creatures. Qing Feng thinks so too. He had no idea that the 3 fallen creatures had actually already surrendered, and were just thinking of an excuse to submit to him. Thank you, Immortal Elder. Fellow Taoists. Dinner is served. I am indeed a bit hungry after not eating all night. Come on, everyone, let's eat. The 9 great sages walked out in groups, chatting and laughing as they left their caves. Laughter and joy filled the way. They joked and bantered. The atmosphere was lively. Today's breakfast was eggs. The chickens were given by someone out of gratitude. Legend has it that these hens lay eggs. He has been raised for 2.5 years. Now he's giving me eggs to eat. They are very nutritious. They are quite different from regular eggs. Everyone should give them a try. This is really something good. Actually, I'm quite puzzled about the chaotic monsters in this world. So massive and powerful. Then how does this chicken's combat power compare to the chaotic magic orb that hunted us before? The chicken's combat power is 100 times that of that spider. It should be unknown. 100 spiders can't kill a chicken. Speaking of this, the little ones are even more shocked. A chicken that even 100 chaotic magic pigs can't kill. That chaotic demon pig has caused great psychological trauma to the little people. In their minds, the chaotic demon pig is already very powerful. And the chaotic chicken, which is even stronger than the chaotic demon pig, is unimaginable. Such a powerful chaotic beast is just poultry raised by the giants of the celestial realm, laying eggs for the immortals to eat. This is just too incredible. I knew it was extraordinary. Those little ones with their bright, sparkling eyes. Their admiration for the ingredients is even more astonishing. To possess such strength, they are definitely a major power in this celestial realm. Even rulers and boundary gods. 3 fallen creatures have been spying on this place. In fact, their impression of the components is quite similar to that of the 9 virtues. This gigantic immortal is definitely a giant who dominates the area. A boiled egg, oval and white, is placed on the plate. It is much taller than the little people. All 9 of them can't finish one. Don't waste this milk either. This is milk produced by an even more terrifying cow demon, and it's very nourishing. Explained in words that little people can understand. Their eyes shine even brighter after his introduction. This ordinary breakfast in this world seems completely unremarkable. It's practically a miraculous tonic that defies the heavens. The 9 divine beings are greedily devouring egg whites. They are drinking pure white milk eagerly. They've been nibbling for a while, and the egg only has a small dent, revealing the golden yolk inside, like the Jade Emperor's egg. On the other side, 3 fallen creatures' stomachs are rebelling. They keep gurgling and churning non-stop, but I can't bring myself to ask Fengcheng for help. All I can do is watch helplessly as they seal away the past. They're happily hiding away. It smells so good. If only I could have a bite. The chicken and the phoenix share the same origin. If I could swallow some divine eggs or healing pills from the immortal realm, I'm sure I could complete the purification. I really want to eat. If looks could eat, the food on the plate would have been gone long ago. The ingredients are looking over here with a smile. The creatures from Route 3 feel a shiver inside. They are determined to make us yield. Just call out once, and give us a way out. We'll just admit defeat. We'll just back down. As long as you call once, give us some face. Just a greeting, just a simple nod. We'll follow you then. The 3 fallen creatures have already decided. As long as Qing Feng says just one word now, they'll immediately change their minds and follow him. But Qing Feng didn't say anything. He just watched them with a smile. These 3 fallen creatures must have a lot of backbone. We can't just casually talk about making them submit anymore. Let's wait until morning. We have to take it step by step. Take it step by step. The moth takes a look at the situation. Anyway, there's no rush. 3 of them. If fallen beings could hear the true thoughts of their components, they would definitely cry out. We really aren't that strong-willed. It's all just an act. Say just one word. Just say one word for us to surrender. We will surrender. We're easy to talk to, really. Say one word. I dare you to try. Too bad Qin Feng doesn't understand the 3 fallen creatures, or their psychology. He thinks the 3 fallen creatures are high-spirited. They won't give up that easily. How would he know that these 3 have already surrendered? Eat well and drink well. There's only a little left over. Qing Feng glanced at the 3-legged fallen creature. In the eyes of the 3-legged fallen creature, a look of surprise suddenly appeared. It's finally here. Just say one word. We'll definitely follow you. I'm begging you. Just say one sentence. They're waiting for Qing Feng to speak, and they feel the opportunity has come. But Qing Feng just glanced over Originally wanted to invite everyone to eat something together, but with your personalities, you definitely wouldn't appreciate it. Treating you to a meal, you'd surely see it as an insult. Fine, fine. I won't be presumptuous then. I hope the three of you think it over soon. In this world, if you don't eat enough, you really will starve to death. After speaking, Qing Feng left carrying the tray. The three fallen creatures formed an alliance. They still thought their chance had come. As long as Qing Feng gave them a way out, they would pretend to refuse once more, then comply. Everyone would be happy, but Qing Feng actually said that with their stars. It must be that they looked down on inviting them to eat. An insult to them. This is killing them by raising them too high. It makes it hard for them to speak softly. They were poisoned to death. Three more creatures almost cried out loud. You never even asked. How do you know we didn't dare to speak? Why do you think we would never agree? Why do you say it's an insult to us again? We don't think that's an insult. Can you insult us a little? We're really just starving without a meal. This is already 2 or 3 meals. 3 fallen creatures can't bring themselves to lose face. I don't know what's going through their minds after backing down. I can't be bothered to care about what those 3 fallen beings think. Honestly, I just find it interesting to watch those 3. Raising them might just be visually pleasing. It's not like I have to make the 3 beasts submit. If they really prefer to die rather than submit, then there's nothing I can do about it. In this world, aside from murder, there's no cure for those who are determined to die. Throw the leftover food scraps to the chickens in the cage. Wash the dishes. Qing Feng walked to the field. He sat cross-legged on a large stone in the middle of the field. Facing the morning sun, he began his practice. This cultivation method doesn't have a name yet, right? From now on, let's call it the nameless heavenly palace. Riding the wind, he practices his cultivation method facing the morning sun. Now, his speed in practicing the method is getting faster and faster. It doesn't even take 3 hours anymore. He can complete 2 cycles in just 1 morning. Every time he completes a cycle, his body undergoes a qualitative change. His vital energy and blood, muscles, and bones are transformed. I seem to have discovered that when running to the 2nd week, the wind is pushing the inner diameter of the bones, and I found some abnormal elements in the body. They are similar to inert substances. They are spread throughout the body in the meridians and blood. When the inner diameter passes through those inert substances, it gets stuck, like a tiger trapped in the mud, moving slowly. This is the main obstacle preventing me from running at full speed. The culprit. Every time I pass through these areas, it takes a long time to break through. If I could scrape off these bean-like substances, wouldn't that improve the speed? Spring Feng hasn't even realized it himself. Unknowingly, he has already moved from a passive way of cultivation, like a gourd imitating a gourd, to becoming a cultivator who can think for himself. This is a significant progress. It shows that as he walks further down the path of cultivation, he is also able to summarize his own experiences. He became a true cultivator. But how can one clearly understand these solitary substances? Thinking endlessly is not as good as practicing. Lacking experience. Then try with actual actions. Dust closes his eyes and circulates. The chi inside the body wraps around the inert substances. Common knowledge is shaken. But that inert substance clings to me like a retro body, tightly attached to my skin, as if it were a part of my body, difficult to shake off. Is it impossible to get rid of these things? Inherent from birth. Existing alongside embellishments. I'll ask the 9 great sages about it during lunch later. Giving it his all with the wind had no effect. Just as he was about to give up, he discovered that the inert substance was actually being separated. By the force he exerted from his body, a small piece detached. It worked. He quickly focused his attention, using the device to handle the inert substance, moving through the meridians to the intestines. He hopes to expel the waste through the function of the large intestine, but just a tiny amount of inert material took him a whole hour to transport it to the processing point, and his components are already exhausted, sweating profusely. But what surprised him was, once that bit of inert matter was cleared, when it reached the place in the motor, it flowed smoothly without obstruction. He wasn't sure if it was just an illusion, but he felt his body had become more agile all around. If he practiced the technique now, the time required would definitely be reduced. It was just clearing a bit of polymorphic matter. This is the current state. If everything is cleared, what kind of scene would that be? From now on, I only need 1 minute to run the entire technique through a full cycle, and my body's agility will be lightning fast. This unexpected joy makes Qing Feng very happy, but he didn't continue practicing. Then I looked at the sky. It's time for lunch. I don't know how those 3 strange beasts are doing. Forget it, I won't think about them. Just go with the flow. For the main meal, beef brisket with tomatoes, shrimp and pork heart soup with rice. The cabbage is very abundant, perfect in color, aroma, and taste. Just smelling it makes you feel refreshed. Feng and the 9 sages happily share, eating until their mouths are dripping with oil. They just can't help but look irresistible. Feng still ignores the 3 fallen creatures. These 3 are committed to maintaining stability. It's not that easy to make them give in, and the 3 fallen creatures looked even worse in color. It wasn't because they were angry about being sealed away. It was because they were starving. when they were in the lower realm. It didn't matter whether they ate or not. They had already reached the stage of fasting cultivation. They hadn't eaten for who knows how many years. But in the immortal realm, the consumption was enormous. Even just breathing consumes a lot of energy. You need to eat. This caught them off guard. Their bodies were already small, with little stored energy. They couldn't last more than a day without food, let alone the 3 fist-sized, skinny ones. It's no exaggeration to say they were starving and miserable. All I could do was lie weakly at the edge of the barrier, watching Chen Feng and the others eat heartily. It was truly bitter in my heart. What made it even more frustrating was, those 10 people could just eat all they wanted, and you actually described how delicious it was, how good the texture was. What does that mean? It makes the 3 fallen beings I created even hungrier. So delicious. Hee, this beef. It must be meat from a terrifying creature in the immortal realm. Eating a bit of it makes my blood and energy surge. I'm about to break through. This is a tonic. But I can't get it in the mortal realm. It's so delicious. A few strokes of a miraculous elixir. To be able to eat something this good is a blessing in 3 lifetimes. The aroma is overwhelming. It awakens every craving in my stomach. Words must have been deliberately said to the 3 fallen beings. The 3 fallen beings feel bitter inside. We want to eat too. We want to surrender too. But the things said before have completely blocked our way to surrender. We really can't bring ourselves to do it. What should we do? How would Chen Feng know this? Seeing the 3 fallen creatures acting arrogantly, lying there unmoved, as if disdainful of talking to people like us, not even bothering to lift a hair, utterly contemptuous. Isn't this just arrogance? As expected. A fallen creature is just a fallen creature, with a resilient nature. It seems these fallen beings will not yield. It's definitely useless to persuade them. Look how proud they are. They would rather die than submit. Just look at their incredible character. They truly are fallen beings. Well, actually, they are the worst of the fallen. It's so tragic, they can't even be bothered to look up. After finishing the meal, clean up the dishes. Take the leftovers with you naturally. Under the eager gaze of the 3 fallen creatures, I took away what they desperately wanted to ask for, a bit of food. They really couldn't hold on. But Ling still didn't say anything. Too embarrassed and shy, until Chen Feng disappeared without a trace. They only regret it now. How much is a little face worth? Can you eat face? I regret it so much. If I had another chance, I would definitely ask for something to eat. Maybe there's still a chance. If he actually comes back, we'll just be honest about our feelings. He has to come back for a glance after putting away the dishes, right? They are hoping that this time there will be no more hesitation, no more doubts. But Chen Feng really didn't come back after putting away the dishes. He didn't even take a nap and went straight into cultivation. After discovering the benefits of clearing inert substances, he didn't rush to cultivate. Instead, he started continuously stripping away the inert substances in my body. I believe this will definitely be a great help for my future. The critical points have 300 or 400 weak spots. Completely clearing them will take about 10 to 15 days. But if I manage to clear these key areas, my cultivation speed will increase greatly. This is a virtuous cycle. He cleared 15 points in the afternoon, and he felt much more relaxed. His strength increased. The speed of running the cultivation technique also greatly improved. Now it surprisingly only takes about 2 hours to complete one cycle. Indeed, finding the brow is the best shortcut in cultivation. Look, remove all the polar substances from the path where the cultivation method runs, and see what happens. At dinner time, Chen Feng is still cooking as usual. He's in a good mood today, and stewed a chicken. The whole chicken, not cut into pieces. Chicken soup made from chicken is edible. He added various supplements to the chicken soup. For example, life. The dish is served at the Divine Demon Paradise. Now the 3 of them have fallen. I can't hold it together anymore. They're really starving to death. Just endure it. First, endure, senior. We surrender. We are willing to submit. Please give us some food. We are starving to death. We truly surrender. The eyes of the 3 fallen creatures turned red when they saw Chen Fen arrive. It was like 3 little puppies seeing her. The owner, long absent from home, opened the door, and 3 puppies rushed toward Chen Fen. They scampered from the edge of the barrier to Chen Fen's feet, no longer playing hard to get, no longer weighing pros and cons, no longer scheming or strategizing, just want to take a bite. They don't have the strength to fly, can only use their last bit of fleshly strength to run on the ground. Seeing these 3 fallen creatures going crazy, rushing headlong with the wind, the first reaction is unfortunate. You ask, what is this for? Aren't these 3 fallen creatures supposed to be resilient? Aren't they supposed to refuse to yield even in death? What's going on here? I don't believe it. I absolutely don't believe it. I can't believe they'll surrender so quickly. I was planning to starve them for a day first, then consider whether to subdue them. I understand now. You are testing me. You want to mock me for not believing you, and then you will laugh at me for falling for it. You can't even handle a small trick, yet you say things like I'm worthless. How ridiculous. Don't mess around. Fallen beings don't yield so easily. No, that's not how we think. We truly submit with sincerity. Creatures thrive in their own realm. Martial artists strike fear into the hearts of others. In summer, the darkness of chaos is unleashed, reaping the lives of the Manchu people. In a glance, countless emotions are adorned. At the end of the immortal path, who is the wind? In the midst of chaos, I take my stand. What does it mean to be strong? Even in the face of the world's condemnation. Even when the world rushes forward like a tide. Fallen Forbidden Zone. You gaze indifferently at eternity, overlooking time like a deity. What an incredible life. I don't believe you would compromise for just a meal. And this is only after being hungry for a little over a day. Which fallen creature would be so weak? I don't believe you can go a day without eating. Why don't you try going a day without eating and see? Besides, do you understand what it means to know when to adapt? Do you understand that the longer you live, the more you're afraid of death? If we weren't afraid of death, could we survive this long? No, no, no. Senior, please don't mock us anymore. We really didn't deceive you. We swear to the heavens. If we are being insincere, may we be struck by lightning and die a terrible death. The Black Chelan and the other 3 fallen beings really can't hold on any longer. We truly have spoken some vicious oaths. By the will of heaven, it is very strict regarding embellishments. If one truly goes against it, they will face divine retribution. Of course, Qingfeng doesn't know any of this. He still can't do it. Cunning. I didn't expect that your lies are just as good as the truth. I almost got deceived by you. Your acting isn't bad. But I, Cheng, am not so easily fooled. A fallen creature is a betrayal of trust, a symbol of cunning. This is all just playing with novelty. Follow me and see. And look at how pitiful you all appear. What kind of fallen creature would look like this? An old monster who's lived so long pretending to be pitiful. Just say why not. Just say it, do you believe it or not? Boss, we're really sincere. Just trust us. We're really starving to death. Just give us a bite to eat. We will absolutely submit. I admit I offended you before. We know we were wrong. Please don't make things difficult for us. The 3 fallen creatures have spoken to this extent. They feel they've never been this humble before. In the Qinkuan realm, who dares to treat them like this? It's always others who are humble before them. They haven't felt this way for who knows how many years. They have all forgotten what humility looks like. They've forgotten how to ask for help. So their requests don't seem genuine. Playing tricks on the 3 beasts and still trying to entangle us. Li Qingxian and the Kunlun Immortal are flying to the dusty giant foot. They rush over, glowing with a yellow hue, pointing at the 3 fallen creatures to stop. Otherwise, exterminating the 3 great fallen creatures. The ship dared not say anything more, nor did it dare to linger any longer. As time passed, they already knew. The 9 great saints were no longer who they used to be. Lingering any further could really mean annihilation. Senior Immortal. There is no greater sorrow than a dead heart. Qingfeng ignores the 3 great fallen beings. Go step back then. Hey, why did you have to act so tough back then? You said it was nothing. You insisted on saying that even if you died, you wouldn't surrender or anything like that. What's wrong with you? I really regret being so stubborn back then. If I hadn't said such resolute things back then, it probably wouldn't be like this now. If I was too naive and closed off my options, I would have missed my path. I was young and didn't know better. Now it's all good. The senior really thought we were tough. Even if you give in, the other person won't believe it. You can only watch others eat heartily with envy. While eating, they keep saying how delicious it is, describing the wonders of the food. It's simply torture. You can't help but listen. Do you want to eat? If you want to eat, then stop being stubborn. Surrender early. If you surrender, you'll get good food. If you don't, you'll just keep starving. You think we don't want to? We've already surrendered. You just don't believe it. What choice do we have? Look at the resolute faces of these 3 fallen beings. Not a word. Qingfeng felt there was no chance again today, so he could only reluctantly clear the plates and leave, using the evening time to cleanse the inert substances in his body. One day, as usual, Qingfeng carried breakfast to the Demon and God Park. Splash! This time he finally entered the little tree's range. 3 pathetic, fallen creatures came running over. Ignoring everything, they clung to Qingfeng's thigh. Clearly, we've given in. We really have. Stop messing with us. We're scared now. If you don't give us something to eat, we'll really starve to death. You dare to offend me? We are willing to pay any price. We sincerely submit. All we need is food and shelter. As long as we can get something to eat, we are willing to do anything. Qingfeng was completely stunned, and the 9 great saints were also seeing such behavior from fallen beings for the first time. When we were in the Qingkuan realm, don't be too arrogant and overbearing. Look at them, clinging like pets that won't let go. The 9 saints even thought they were mistaken. Are these really fallen creatures? Why do they seem so different from what I remember? They actually cling to the big leg and won't let go. What kind of scheme are they up to now? Are you letting go or not? We won't let go. Either you accept our surrender today, Senior, or just kill us. Either way, it's death. Might as well die by your hand. We really can't hold on until noon. We're too hungry. The life force in our bodies is fading. If we don't replenish our energy soon, we're really doomed. We're not trying to pull any tricks. If you don't believe us, the current senior can check our bodies. We're really about to starve to death. If it's not possible, Senior Immortal can directly refine our menstrual blood to control our fate. It's only been less than 2 days of hunger. That's way too easy to give in. He doesn't know what refining the blood essence means, but when he saw the 9 saints nodding, he knew it was solid. What happened to your rebellious attitude just a couple of days ago? You even said fallen creatures never become slaves, unless food and lodging are included. Alright then, I believe you. There's no need to be so selective. No need to make it so complicated. If you try to pull any tricks, I can eliminate you at any time. After all, you can't leave this place. Thank you, County Chief. We absolutely wouldn't dare to pull any tricks. Finally, we can get something to eat. It's not easy at all. The 3-limbed degenerate creatures drifting about are considered one of us now. They can receive the food bestowed by Qingfeng. Of course, due to their status, they can't be the first to sit at the table and eat. They have to wait until Qingfeng and the 9 great sages finish eating. This is a warning, to let them know to submit. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll be on equal footing with the 9 great saints. If you want to sit at the table and eat with everyone, you need to work hard. Furthermore, this is also a punishment for the previous 3 fallen creatures. It's a penalty for their disrespectful behavior. The 3 fallen creatures watch eagerly as dust settles, waiting for them to finish eating. They're very anxious inside. Their mouths keep secreting saliva, but they can only obediently stay by the side, waiting for Dust and the others to finish eating before they eat. They also wonder if this is a form of insult to them. Right now, they don't have time to think about that. They just want to eat, hoping Dust and the others finish eating quickly. During the meal, the dust-covered fish's light also drifts over here. Seeing the 3 fallen creatures obediently wait, he knows that these 3 fallen creatures are probably tamed. You 3 can eat now. Thank you, Immortal Sisters, for hearing the command. Black Qilin, Black Dragon, Black Phoenix. These 3 fallen beings thank you profusely. They hurriedly ran to the food and ate it in big bites, not caring about their image. It's just an ordinary egg, yet it made the 3 fallen creatures seem as if they were eating the most delicious thing in the world. With each bite, their eyes lit up. It was so tasty. Is this the food of the immortal realm? 1 egg is enough to fill them up. The black Kirin is massive in size. Its fist is about the size of an adult's. If you place an egg in front of them, it's actually not that small to them. The 3 fallen creatures have huge appetites, but the 3 of them definitely can't finish 1 egg. The energy contained in the egg is enough to continuously surprise the 3 fallen creatures. This is an egg of a celestial creature. I think I've started to understand some of the laws of the immortal beast bloodline. It can awaken the power of the primordial divine beasts within us. Oh my god, this is the egg of what kind of divine beast? This egg is extremely useful for the 3 fallen creatures. It's even more effective than what the 9 great sages consumed, because it originally belonged to the cursed black Qi. Lin bit into the egg white. The egg white transformed into energy and surged throughout his body. That decaying life force was continuously replenished. In an instant, it revived him. All his exhaustion vanished. After waiting so long, finally there's a reward for me. My phone, egg yolk. The energy from the egg yolk is greater. The benefits for the Black Phoenix are even greater. It's even greater than those of the Black Dragon and Black Qilin. Because eggs are indeed a type of beastly affection. You could say they share the same origin. After eating half an egg, it surprisingly gave birth to a chick. This left everyone dumbfounded. Qingfeng also finds it incredible. It seems I've come to understand. It can bring unexpected benefits. The Black Dragon and the Black Qilin didn't get a direct upgrade like the Phoenix did, to a higher level. But they gained huge advantages. They ate so much they were full. The 3 of them reluctantly left. The eyes occasionally fantasize about the unfinished egg. To them, this is a miraculous remedy. They know the benefits of eggs. 3 extra creatures feel a bit uneasy inside. The grievances have completely dissipated. Originally, they were either blessed or crazy. Deep down, they still feel a bit unconvinced. There's a sense of bearing humiliation and shouldering burdens. But once the eggs are in hand, they completely lose that feeling. The immense benefits they receive. If such benefits are offered in exchange, let alone submission, even offering themselves would be no problem. Thank you, esteemed one, we are endlessly grateful for your gifts. The 3 fallen beings bowed respectfully after finishing. It's true devotion. No wonder the 9 great sages are willing to follow you. If I had known your food was this amazing, we would have followed you long ago. 3 fallen beings feel like they wasted 2 days for nothing. What a bunch of fools. If only they had made good use of those 2 days. I'm afraid you can still become stronger now, since you're willing to follow me. We're family from now on. Find a place to live near the small tree yourselves. Make yourselves at home. There aren't that many rules here, really. Train when you need to train. Live your life however you want. I won't interfere. As for food, don't worry, there will definitely be enough in the future. But as for the house, I'm afraid you'll have to build it yourselves. Rest assured, Immortal, we are already well prepared for this. Go ahead. The Black Chilan takes out a small mountain. There are a total of 9 peaks above. The tallest peak is about 1 to 1.5 meters. Around 4 or 5 meters. Qing Feng looked on in amazement. This dead mountain rises high into the clouds below. Its vast reach spans countless thousands of miles. I never expected to reach a fairyland, yet the area has surprisingly shrunk on its own. But it's enough for us to stay. I didn't expect this to be Immortal Mountain. It's rumored that Immortal Mountain can move. There are great thieves that cover its tracks. Even sages find it hard to trace. It appears and disappears mysteriously. Today, I finally got to see it. This was once in the Qingquan realm, a terrifying forbidden zone. They have never seen it. I didn't expect to see the whole picture in the Immortal realm. If fellow cultivators are interested, you can also mention the Undying God. We are all family here. No need to be polite. There's really no need for that. Oh, 9 great saints. Not interested in this. Seeing them take out from their homes, the 9 great saints somewhat regretted not bringing their own grottos here. Otherwise, they would have had a great living environment too. But who would have known the Immortal realm would be like this? That would have been a real pity. The mountain is nice, but what I'm more interested in is your Zhou mountain treasure. Is something that uses space, right? If I had this thing, then I could just go grocery shopping. It would be so much easier. And when the 3 fallen creatures heard Qingfen's words, their proud expressions instantly froze. Seeing their expressions, the 9 great sages' eyes lit up. They quickly agreed with the current elder. They have accumulated for eons, so they must have plenty of good things. Yes, 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 in the Qingquan realm, it's well known that the fallen creatures have the most treasures. If the Immortal Elder is interested, they would definitely be willing to contribute and give them to you. The 9 great saints are rejoicing at others' misfortune. The 3 fallen creatures are grimacing. The space gemstones on them are among the quality assurances of the heavenly realm. Such a level of space gemstone can fill the entire undead mountain. You can imagine how incredible that is. It looks like you're having a hard time choosing. Actually, Qing Feng doesn't like to take away what others cherish. If you really can't bear to part with it, then just don't give it. We don't want to give it. But if Qing Feng insists that we shouldn't give it, isn't that inappropriate? That's true. A gentleman does not take away what others love. Qing Feng leaves with the tray. The 3 fallen creatures hesitated. Qing Feng had already gone far. Actually, they were very uneasy inside, afraid that Qing Feng would be exposed. But this spatial warranty was too important. Even more important than the paladin. This thing. They once mobilized the entire power of the fallen clan. It took hundreds of thousands of years of refining to succeed. It's considered a symbol of the race. Heh, imbeciles. I originally thought fallen creatures were all highly intelligent, exceptional beings. But it turns out you're just a bunch of idiots. Sigh, I used to overestimate you. With minds like yours. If it weren't for relying on evil and twisted methods to cultivate a combat power stronger than the Saint Realm, you would have ceased to exist long ago. After all, it's not humans who feel the gaze of the 9 Dao wings. When shooting the 3 major basketball moves, it instantly went viral. They're just 9 human saints. What right do you have to look down on us? If it weren't for you guys advancing ahead of us, do you think you could surpass me? Humph, it's not us saying this. If you had ascended first, even the senior immortals would probably ignore you. You'd either be wiped out by chaotic demons, or starve to death, or crash into the forbidden zone and perish in the cycle of life and death. The Kunlun fairy is quite straightforward. With one slap, she took out 3 fallen creatures. The ones hit were quite stunned. It's a pity that the early birds get the worm. No matter how indignant you are, it won't change anything. You are the latecomers. Then let me teach you the rules of being a person. From now on, we will set the terms for our conversations. You better listen carefully, otherwise, there will be suppression. From now on, anyone who disrespects us will be suppressed for speaking recklessly. Suppression for those who look down on the Kunlun fairies and the 3 fallen beings. The Black Chilan's gaze is fiercely staring at the Kunlun fairy. They refuse to submit, but what we got in return was the Kunlun Immortals. Fierce suppression. If it weren't for Senior Qingfeng telling them not to kill you, do you think you'd have survived till now? And you still dare to look at me with those endless eyes? You're practically asking for death. If I say I'm serious, then I'm serious. In this world, it's still survival of the fittest. Qingfeng is the strongest. The rest naturally speak with strength. Coincidentally, Kunlun's fairy isn't a biological being. He's capable of killing and stealing treasures. Hand over all your magic treasures. Otherwise, why should we be kind to you? Even senior immortals don't rob from us. Why should the Black Chilan be disobedient? Humph, I am stronger than you. Senior immortal isn't strong? You didn't say I couldn't be strong. I shouldn't have just said the words Black Chilan. Before I finished, the Kunlun fairy blessed me with the Kunlun immortal rank. With a fierce stomp, my body sank in. You feel it with your mind. I want to report to the senior immortal. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Life in the immortal realm is actually quite free. I really don't want to kill you unless I have to. But if I really did kill you, with your personality as a senior immortal, you wouldn't do anything to me anyway. What are you standing there for? Aren't you going to help? Kunlun Fairy is greeting the other saints. Hee, here we come. Li Qingxian, the unjust demon king. The Emperor of the Blue Emperor and the Daxia Emperor are rushing over, facing the fallen clan. The three-beast combo is unleashing a brutal beating. They're forcing them to bring out all their magic treasures. Only then did they stop. These 9 human victors are really so overbearing. Just like Hubei. What space gems? What miraculous elixirs? Magical treasures, martial arts manuals, and so on. They took everything, useful or not. A bunch of old hooligans. Even the three-beast combination of the fallen creatures can't beat them. These 9 people are too powerful. Powerful enough that they don't even look up to anyone. And the key point is, these 9 aren't good people. They attack very ruthlessly. If they don't get a treasure, they'll really kill without hesitation. No regard for life or death. The final trio of beasts have accumulated countless thousands of years worth of things, and they've been thoroughly looted. Really don't hold any resentment. We're saving your lives. You don't believe that? Stealing our stuff and then saying you're saving us? With you saving people like this, if we say your IQ isn't enough, you won't accept it. Do you think we need to keep these things for ourselves? They're all for the senior immortal. You think you're very clever. But I want to ask, have you paid rent to the immortal for living here? In other words, this is the territory of the senior immortal. Even if the senior immortal doesn't mind, you really aren't paying any rent. Not offering any benefits. You can't provide anything at all. That means he doesn't have to be responsible to you either. If he's in a good mood, he might give you something to eat. If he's in a bad mood, crushing you all with one finger is well deserved. The immortal senior has set his sights on your space gems. You should offer them with both hands. Be deeply grateful. You're finally useful to the immortal senior. And yet you're still reluctant. You even refuse. You really are something. It's hard for the current seniors to take us seriously. Things in the Qinkuan realm only matter if you have a vested interest with them. Only then will they care about you. Only then will they see you differently. Hey, why should they support you? What benefits can you offer them? Adults are all about interests. Goodwill can only maintain a temporary relationship. Only interests can bind us for long-term cooperation. I don't know how you all have lived so long. Have you all just been living in a dog's belly? You don't understand a thing about human affairs. Hearing the beings speak this way, the 3 fallen creatures suddenly realized. At the same time, they regretted. If only we had given the immortal money earlier, it would have been better. Why are we so stingy? No wonder they say humans are full of tricks. Li Qingxian and the others actually thought of these things. It's truly shocking.